Okay, maybe I'm a little lost on this one because I thought we were all on the same page. You see, I got sick, and when I was sick, I jumped on my buddy Salvo's stream, and we talked turkey. We were doing a little talking turkey. We talked Turkey Tom, and the last time I heard everybody talking about him, maybe I fell asleep, I was in a coma or something, I'm not sure. Last time I heard everyone talk about him, everybody thought that he was a deranged sex criminal who should be murdered for his crimes. They straight up thought that maybe, as a matter of fact, he should be thrown under the jail and then 2 more jails should be built on top of that. They were ready to carve it into, well, I was going to say into the tablets of time, but I guess his chest, more likely. So I got a little bit confused, and maybe you guys can help me out with this. I got a little bit confused because then I come back to the internet, and now it turns out Turkey Tom is actually good. In fact, the same YouTube channels that were saying, it's over, he's finished, murder him. There's all these YouTube channels with a black thumbnail, his face on it, looking sad, and he's going like, oh boy, like he's worried about his own career, and they're going, it's over. He rapes. Them. Yeah, he's shushing. He's going, shh, keep my secret. And the thumbnail just says in red text, he rapes. Now all of those exact same YouTube channels are saying, actually, Turkey Tom wins. I'm not joking. There's a channel where it goes, he won. What did he win? I'm confused. Did we get a new, was there a memo that I missed somewhere? Was there an announcement? Do I need to join a particular Discord server to find out that night rape is now okay? I have to be clear. The last time I checked in on this, he was talking about night raping. Now, listen, this says nothing about these women that are sending the accusations. They're probably deranged, insane, freaks, and wrong, and BPD, all the whole 9 yards. But some missing, insane little ingredient must have occurred in between then and now. And I think I figured out what it is. I think I might know. You guys tell me. I think the problem is Josh Moon.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah,
that's a big part of it.
Well, listen, he's a big part of a lot of things. He's never been a normal weight.
Never.
Now, I'm going to need Josh Moon to prove to me, standing with today's newspaper on a scale, head to toe, fully nude, not only that he's lost any weight, but also that he's not purposefully trying to make Turkey Tom look good. Because nobody has ever fumbled the ball as many times and as hard as Josh Moon. How many years did I have to hear on his website, ooh, you fumbled it with the Dick Masterson. Remember that, guys? Remember the Dick Masterson kill stream appearance?
Oh, yeah.
And how many times did you hear fumbled the ball with that one?
Mm-hmm.
And now, everyone on that site, including Josh, says everything that I was saying 7 years ago is true about Dick Masterson. They all agree with me after the fact. Go ahead.
And Josh found a way to tie that into the Turkey Tom stuff.
I didn't know. Oh, well, all right. Bring that up when we get back to that later in the show. I didn't know that. We'll come back to that. So this is the crazy thing, though. Since that happened, Turkey Tom, absolute obvious creep. You can't. Here's the thing. On PodAwful, we don't take sides. We release the goons onto the public to create chaos and reap the benefits. We're not pro anyone. We're anti-life. And so if Turkey Tom's getting accused, you should be going, yep, yes, In fact, the second accusations are happening anywhere, we're riding that bomb all the way to its target, okay? And then when Josh Moon flounders and flusters, I think this is the third time he's had an interview that he messed up so bad that everyone went, I don't care about the accusations anymore. Then we should also be like, yes. Here's my only issue. I don't really care that much about Turkey Tom. And I certainly don't care that much about Josh Moon. But I do care about you, the viewer, because I don't need you guys gaslighting yourselves. You shouldn't be sitting there getting gaslit on your own on the internet by watching Josh Moon and going, well, Josh Moon sucks, so Turkey Tom is now good. No. That's not the job of Josh Moon. That's not the job of you, the viewer, the consumer. That's the job of me to gaslight you. So please remain a blank slate until I'm prepared to make my remarks. This is PodAwful.
I got something special for our rape times.
A little quiet. Said he got something special for his rape times. That's the good guy. Just to be clear, that's the good guy from his apology video. Welcome, everybody. By the way, the second you've lost, here's how I know that the thumbnail that goes, he won. Here's how I know that that's wrong. The second you have to make an apology video for the sex you've been having, you lose. Okay, sorry, Turkey Tom. Welcome. This is PodAwful Super Show. I'm your host, Jesse PS,
Hello.
or as they call me now, Jesse PS Fitness. Fitness, dick in your ass. Anyway, that's probably something that Turkey Tom said to a lady at some point. We're live over at PodAwful.tv. We got the live chat room going on. Hi, chat. PodAwful.tv. See you over there.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi. Sorry about that.
You look warm.
I look what? You say I look warm?
Goo looks warm.
The goo looks. I thought you said you.
The goo does.
I thought you said you look warm, and I started having hot flashes.
I mean, you want that.
No, I was terrified. I was like, that's
you do
not
look
good.
warm in your stylish henchman jacket.
No.
That we want to purchase.
One day you may get to wear this, but not today. Not today. Awful.tech, though, coming soon. Patches, the jacket, it's all coming. Everybody's been begging for it. And by the way, everybody, happy Slop Week.
Slop Week.
I love Slop Week.
It is once again Slop Week. All week long, we're bringing you the gooey little morsels you love to num on. And speaking of which, no, there's no good way to transition from that sentence over to anything. All this week we will be talking about all the big stuff you guys want to hear me talk about. You sit there, you go, Jesse, I got to hear your take. What's your take on Minnesota? You say, and I go, really? You want to hear it? It's nuanced. Are you sure? What if I don't agree with you? What if I do? What if I agree with you more than anyone could ever agree with you? Sorry, I suddenly started sounding like Tucker Carlson. I was losing my mind. Here's my take on Minnesota. No, this week, we're talking about a lot of things this week. This week, we will be going over the Epstein files. We're bringing it back, ladies and gentlemen. The pedo files is coming back. Well, maybe don't clap for that. Well, I don't know. We do. There we go. Probably not a good idea to clap for the pedo files, but that we're coming back with that. We're doing some Elijah Schaffer coverage. I told you guys.
I'm excited for that one.
A year ago, I made him a goon. I said, wait for it. Wait, it's coming. It's happening. And I hate to say this, but of course, we started covering Elijah Schaffer because of Revenge of the Cis being on his show. And I introduced the concept. He had this thing, Rift TV. I said, this is fake. It doesn't exist. It's Grift TV. Now you see everybody saying that. Everybody's talking about Grift TV. It's an obvious one. That's fine. But here's what I hate is I do kind of need to know what are those guys saying about Elijah Schaffer right now. You know, they were live in studio with him. They went to his house. They were there while he was cheating. We'll discuss that on a future episode here. I think we've got some special guests coming up as well for some of these episodes. What else are we covering? What are the other things I missed? I had a whole list here of things.
Vimeo crash out.
Will Stansel.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think Emily Yukis. I think we're gonna have Emily Yukis on the show for that one.
Nice.
She's we still got to work out the day. Although Slop Week is only a week, so it's got to be one of these days. She's
Merch Week was like how long?
It was a month and a half.
These days, Emily.
Yeah, we should make it Slop month and a half.
Whatever. And of course, yesterday we're doing Turkey Tom today, but yesterday we covered Scotty K Fitness, brand new goon. An incredible, very fun episode. And by the way, we've already got some fallout from the Scotty K thing. So let's check this out. Now, I tweeted this out, okay? Immediately following the program yesterday, I, of course, checked in on Scotty because Scotty, you remember this, he put out, again, you're already losing if you're putting out apology videos. You've never seen me put out an apology video for anything, particularly not for the amount of sex I'm having. Scotty K is having to put out apology videos for not only the amount of sex he's having, but who it's with, how it's done, how much of a first responder he was while it was happening, and the length of his mustache. And in this video, he claimed with his big poofy mustache, they're calling it the dick duster. He tried to say that he had shaved it a little bit. He cut it off. You could see his mouth finally. And I said, we made him shave it. And in the video, he goes, no. It's like he could hear me. The whole episode, I felt like he was reacting live to me. It was crazy. He goes, no.
Yeah,
I shaved this a week and a half ago. He already knew that people were going to claim, ha, we made you shave, hashtag shave Scotty, which I made a whole game for and everything. So Scotty was at a big charity event during the week that he claims he had shaved off his mustache. So I went on Instagram. I started looking for photos of this event. Well, sure enough, I found some. And guess what? Ha. Scotty K Fitness lied and said he shaved his mustache a week and a half ago. But here's a pic of him from the 29th, which is within that time frame, with full penis car wash. We made him shave. We own his mustache. Hashtag shave Scotty.
Do not stop until he is completely hairless.
So that's my tweet right there. We now own a man's mustache, which is incredible. Congratulations to us, to the henchmen, the plunder gang. Now, here's our friend. This is Runvis Coaching on Instagram, okay? Huge following. This thing already has tons and tons of likes and views on it. He made a video about my tweet. Check this out.
So I had already kind of pointed this out when I said that Scotty still had his mustache in his apology video, but he said in this response video here that he shaved it a week and a half ago. Well, here's even more proof of him lying about absolutely stupid things, because he still has the dick duster when he is at a presentation on the 29th. So why are we lying about the date on which you shaved your mustache, Scotty? Because obviously it was a rebranding tool. You want to separate the old Scotty from the new rebirthed Scotty. But why lie about something so trivial?
By the way, anybody mad at this mustache? This is a real mustache, man. Congratulations to Runvis. Nobody's pissed at this stash. And no, you didn't think in your head, oh, is this another Scotty? No. You can tell. You know right away when a guy's faking his mustache.
What else are you lying about if you'll lie about when you shaved your fucking mustache?
Exactly. Incredible. And yeah, this whole thing is just basically a rebrand. We said this before. He changes his name. He runs away. He tries to rebrand. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We own his mustache. It's ours. It's Slop Week. So I put out another little tweet here. I said, post your Scotty mustaches below. Play the game here at podawful.com/Scotty. And you can still go play this now. Hashtag shave Scotty. So here's my game. It's like Wooly Willy. It's called Bully Scotty. And we've drawn on a gay mustache here over top of him. You can draw any type of hairstyle on him you want. You can give him back his mustache and shave it off. It's incredible. I asked everybody to share theirs. Lenny submitted 2. This is a tough one to start with. He did.
Oh, it's a good one.
He did. Almost vomited. Okay. He says, which way, Western man? Now, he's got one here where he looks like a classic hamburger mascot, and another where he looks like a female classic hamburger mascot. He says, which way, Ronald suck dongled, or Wendy's niggas gonna put their cocks in my ass? Now, he did ask me, though, for the names of these characters, and so
Yeah.
that's kind of on me. All right. Jex did also a gay mustache there. That's pretty good. I like this one. So this
That's me, yeah.
The ultimate henchman, Dirk. He just drew all over his face like a retard, like we handed.
I focused on his eyes.
Like we handed a crayon to a retard. Good job. Henchmania did. Oh, okay. Wow. He did the extra mile. He just gave him a Yosemite Sam crying meme face. I don't know what you call that. He's got steam coming out his ears.
Soy Jack.
I don't think he understood that you could go to the website to draw it, but all right. Who do we got here? Silktail Henchman. By the way, thank you to everybody who's doing this. Everybody is now putting click heads and henchmen in bio. So thank you to everybody. This is, of course, we used to do this. This is a thing we did years and years ago. Now this is like a trend that people do, where everybody would have the blessed Jesse face as their picture, some variation of that. So now everybody's got little click heads over their profile picture, and they've got henchman in their name. Make sure you do that, or otherwise I'm going to have to ignore everything you do. I got to tell you, when I get thousands of notifications every day, and when I see those little click heads all across the screen, I know to pay attention. And when I don't see them, I go, this is trash. I just don't even read the notifications anymore. So Silktail Henchman says, he also was just a retard with a crayon and drew all over his fucking. I see what he's going for here. He's doing a reverse Scotty mustache. That's pretty good. I see. He's working with the negative space. Okay, that's something they teach you in art class. Here's
Graphic
Hugh.
design principle.
Exactly. Hugh, you did a couple of them. You've got Todd Howard as facial hair. He's a big Fallout fan. This is just silly straws up his nose, apparently. I don't know if it just Fu Manchu.
He's like the character Bobobo. Those are his nose hairs.
Okay, and then he sort of looks like a catfish in that last one. And then this is one of those wolf boys of Argentina or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there.
The hair all connects was the idea.
Listen, the point is you're getting to use your own creativity, and that's what's important. Okay, I learned a lesson a long time ago that if you don't let these guys have their own creativity, they're going to have some of the biggest baby freakouts of all time. So I love seeing this. This is amazing. SD69 Henchman, he gave him a mustache that says semen. It's just hair spelling out the word semen. This is Lenny again. Although Lenny, you do have to put the click head in your thing. You got henchman.
I haven't gotten a good one yet. I'm working on it.
Buddy, you don't need AI to do. You just overlay it on top of the fucking. That's the whole point. Oh, okay. Just Hitler. He's just a Hitler stash. All right. Well, we did that one.
See a little armband in the bottom right there?
Oh, I missed. Yep. He did put a little. So he's growing a hair armband over there. Okay. Cast iron henchman. This is a mustache that appears to be going into his mouth for some reason. It's a long. Seems related to the other one. This must be a submarine because it's long and hard and full of semen. I can't even read this username, but they did something. They really went for it, buddy. I don't know how the hair is coming off up here. He's got some hair just kind of floating into the sky.
It's a globule that fell away.
My damn hair flowed away. Henchman Bob Sphincter. Put henchman after the name. Do you want to know how I got these scars? And it's sort of a Joker hairstyle there. Anyway, just a bunch of cocks going in his mouth. I can't even say what that one is. Another one of those. We're just gonna. Bigotry says these aren't good. Don't put them on stream. All right, you got what?
All right.
The absolute fuck. I don't even know what you were going for with that one.
I see it.
You see what this is? What is this?
Yep. Okay, so that's his tongue. And there's a cock off to the right shooting.
Oh, yeah. See, I keep looking at it as like hair.
I think that's his penis.
But I'll tell you this, he showed you up, Lenny. Even Bigotry could get hair to be the click head over the fucking face. You've been waiting weeks to figure this one out. You need AI to do it for you. He just drew the click head on there. You've got, look at this, Feds. This one's for you. This is the comedy hairman.
Comedy hairman. Hell yeah.
And he's wearing his favorite logo hat, meth. All right, that's pretty good.
You should send him a meth hat.
Boy, I noticed something.
Yeah.
I noticed something with this one, but I can't quite put my nose on it. All right, and what? Oh, this is a good one. Fagnito. Okay, he's got some helmet hair, let's say, for that one. Dr. Suckcocknick, and he's got he's also grown hair glasses over his eyes. That's an interesting one. Listen, you don't have to see them all. We don't have to go through every single. Oh, this is a pretty good one though. He's got a faceless one. So, there you go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for playing #ShaveScotty. You want to get in on the ground floor with that because, again, we do now own physically the man's mustache in real life. We are its keepers, its custodians, its guardians. So, and that's an important kind of thing to, you want to be a good steward of such things. Okay. Where do I want to go with? All right. So maybe we should just do this then. This is kind of crazy. We're going to get into the Turkey Tom stuff here in just a second. Don't worry about it, folks. I know people are like, what is this hair shit? I'm leaving. The hair thing is important to the Turkey Tom lore, by the way, because I have, during this episode, I know there are so many people that are now on the side of Turkey Tom again, which again is baffling to me. I don't know how this happened. I think it's important that while we go over the evidence, we're going to watch his full apology video here, or at least as much of it as I'm willing to sit through, which I have seen none of. Maybe this explains everything. Maybe I will have to apologize at the end of all of this. Very possible. There's a guy on Twitter saying about me. He was like responding to me. He's going, bro's got 7,000 followers on Twitter, thinks Turkey Tom's going to see this. Just to be clear, if you don't know my history with Turkey Tom, I met him in a Discord call where it was me and him talking, straight to each other, and I had no clue who he was. This was 3 years ago, maybe.
Fireball days,
It was
back when
Fireball.
Salvo was.
Yeah, our friend Salvo. So Salvo was hosting this game show. I'm in there with Turkey Tom. I've never heard of him. I assume he's got no followers, and I don't care if he does have them. And instantly, my reaction to just seeing the man was to do two things, okay? It was to tell him that he must remove his shirt and prove that he doesn't have anything weird going on, which it turns out he had carved Kai into his chest. I just psychically knew that. Okay, this is how prescient I am with these things. Again, I called the Elijah Schaefer stuff. This is how prescient I am with all of this stuff. I'm like a Geraldini. I'm a regular Criswell. Zombie the Genie, yeah. Cowboy Curtis and Zombie the Genie.
Nostradamus.
I'm a Nostradamus. So here's the thing. I tell him, take off that shirt. By the way, and some of you are in the chat right now, you're going, what? You made him take off you wanted him to take off his shirt? Why did you want that? Why did you want to make a 20-year-old take his shirt off? I just knew. Okay? I just knew there was something deeper going on there. It was an instinct. I've never said that to any other person ever before in my life, including women. Hey, take off your shirt. But I knew with Turkey Tom it must be done. The crazy part is, I'm not the weird one in that scenario. He did it. I made him do it. Much like I made a guy shave his mustache off, I physically own Turkey Tom's shirts. Okay? Which he only has the one, the I have a gun and I'm schizophrenic or whatever one. You only ever see him wearing that one. I know, hey, he's also got one very particular hat, which I think he'll never wear again. Stop gooning? Okay.
I think he's rethinking those.
Yeah, we're going to have to be doing some rebranding. I think he's going to be doing a Scotty K Fitness style rebrand. Turkey Tom coming on the Tom Dark channel and going, actually, I was always known as Billy.
Yeah, I've always been telling people to always goon.
Yeah.
Always goon.
I'm basically known as Goon. Yeah, around here you are. The Goon alarm, 6 million. So,
not one more.
I tell Turkey Tom, take that shirt off. He does it. And by the way, scars on his chest. I saw it with my own eyes, hand to God. Okay? Maybe he's had them laser removed or he's used ointments to get them to go away by now. I swear I saw the scars.
Taking enough anabolic steroids.
Well, it was fresh. He had just done. He had a safety pin. He had just done. Maybe it wasn't scars. Maybe it was just the cuts themselves. It was still fresh. Here's the other thing I told him to do. Okay, and this is something that nobody's talking about. And this will be very important to this episode. Again, the hair is important. I told him, lift that hair up. He's got that helmet of hair, that swoop. And I know everybody just excuses this. He's a Zoomer. They've got hair like that. He's one of them broccoli heads. No. That's not what's going on with Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom's got a straight up comb over. Okay? This is a bald guy. This is a straight up bald guy. So I said, lift that thing up like it's a trapdoor. I need to see the hairline. You know, people are doing this to Nick Fuentes now too. By the way, and you should request it. You can see my hairline. You see exactly where it is right there. It's right there. I don't have to comb anything over to hide anything. Okay? I say, lift up that hair. He goes, why? You could tell he was taken aback. He'd never heard this before. He was found out. Now, Dirk, you're as bald as a baby's testicles, which is something, that's the way you described yourself to me. And I said, what? Why would you say it? There's a million other ways to say that. And you said, I insist.
I have a soft head.
How old how old were you when you went bald?
18.
Now, Turkey Tom, he was 20 years old around this time, a young guy. Now, when you started going bald, was it like instant, like boom, you're just an old man bald now? Or was it you were losing it, it was just receding a little?
No, I had like the same hair he did, but blonde.
Wow, well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. Yeah, and how painful, did you do the comb over? Did you try to hide it?
No, one day, just senior year, I just decided to shave it.
You were a man about it. Congratulations, you were a man about it. We salute you. We steal,
just felt like it was time.
Well, listen,
you know,
we steal valor in your honor, okay? And that's an amazing trick, because here's the thing, but how painful was that? That you must, 18 years old, that must have been so painful that you had to, that you were looking at that head and it was in decline.
No, I was in denial. I was like, I can grow it back. And then it never came.
Oh, well, you thought
Yeah.
shaving it was going to bring it back thicker? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so, yeah.
That's sickening. So,
Turkey used to be a hair guy.
Here's the deal. I could tell when I said to Turkey Tom, lift that hair up, I need to see what's going on under there. Now, by the way, part of it was that it was in his eyes. And I know I'm one to talk about this, but it was like he was like shaded by it. And I'm like, I need, there's something about that. I need to see what's going on. I could just tell there was something off about this guy. He had dark secrets he was hiding. Turns out I was incredibly right about this. I didn't realize how right I was. And he did it. He lifted up the hair. Now, again, none of this was recorded. This was in a Discord call behind the scenes of a different show. So unfortunately, listen, there's enough corroborating evidence that we've talked about over the years where I'm not lying about this. I'm telling the truth. Salvo can corroborate this. There were others, YouTubers and streamers there that Mutant Har was there that day. He was doing a little engineering on the side, but he was there that day. A lot of people saw this happen. I remember there was a young British guy, and it turns out he was also a big YouTuber, but I have no clue who he was. I don't know his name. He saw this happen, and he took his shirt off too. Nobody was asking him to. He took his shirt off. It was very strange. Now these guys are just naked with each other, looking at each other on Discord. Very odd behavior. I see this kid lift his hair up. He is straight. It's not even a Norwood. A Norwood would be a blessing on his family. It would be a mitzvah. Okay? This was... I'm telling you, his hairline started here. It started in the middle of his head. It's combed all the way forward. We're 3 years on. It's only gotten worse. Unless he's doing something, unless he's taking, finasteride or whatever. That's not coming back. These are things...
He's fighting against his putrid Bulgarian genes.
Exactly. These are things I instinctively, instantly, intuitively picked up on just by looking at the guy. I think if you open yourself up to these things, if you've seen enough on the internet, you start to just kind of know. You know who the bad guys are. Unfortunately, when I look at a guy's channel like Turkey Tom, I've been talking about this kind of thing forever. I hate these Wikipedia readers, these let me read Kiwi Farms to you guys. I, of course, went very hard about this with Justin Wang. Justin Wang is that's all he's doing. He's just reading Wikipedia to you. He's reading Kiwi Farms to you if it's about a lol cow guy. That Turkey Tom doesn't even write the scripts to his videos. That's how uninvolved he is. He's nothing more than an overinflated voiceover artist. I hate these guys. They're not funny. They're not entertaining. So when I look at them, it's very, you've got the guy, like I said, on Twitter who's saying that kind of stuff. It's very easy for those people to go, oh, you're just jealous. I'm not jealous because of the numbers. I'm confused because of the numbers. I look at those numbers. I go, how could there be this many stupid people watching dumbass shit like this? And then I realize it's children.
Count Dankula's funny, Jesse. Come on.
And now you see where I'm going. You see where I'm going with this. Count Dankula is about the least funny thing on earth. And I can prove it to you because his name is Count Dankula, which let's really break that down for a second. Which part of that name has to do with him? Is he a Dracula man? Is he dank? And so is he like a weed? Is he a stoner? I literally don't know.
He is a weed guy.
Okay,
he's a weed guy.
All right, he's a weed guy. So here's the problem with that, though. We're still at odds because, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know anything. Correct me if I'm wrong. okay, you're a weed guy. You go, I need a weed guy name, which, by the way, pathetic. Already pathetic. You're a loser. But okay, you need a weed guy name. Dank does not sound enough like Drac for you to pick Dracula as your name to become a weed guy. Where is this coming from? You're the Count of Dankula. It's not even a good pun. Now, why am I bringing this up? Turkey Tom, there's a lot of guys out there who I have done videos about. I did episodes about Turkey Tom mostly because of our friend Salvo. He was talking about it. I finally felt free to discuss it. I had that interaction with Tom. I go, so many people like this dude, and it's too much of an uphill battle sometimes to fight these fights. It's not worth it. I don't care that much about Turkey Tom, so I'm not going to come on here and make everybody mad because I'm saying this guy sucks. I know how that's going to be taken. So I know my reputation precedes me to some degree. And to that guy who was like, this guy has no idea who you are. Not only have I spoken to him directly and made him remove his clothing, but he also blocked me on Twitter when I revealed that he carved his ex-girlfriend who cucked him's name into his chest. Turkey Tom, it's like some of these guys, I hate them. Their content sucks, but I don't watch enough of it to really do a show about. And then I know people are going to be mad. But then I finally realized one day, no, with Turkey Tom, the reason people like him is they are 12. A teenager also needs explained to him who Chris Chan is occasionally. These characters that you and I grew up on the internet watching, they're brand new to a child, so they need an idiot to retard read it to them. That's all it is. They just need things explained to them, and they don't know how to read. The bizarre thing about the internet, computers in general, your phone, it's nothing but text on the screen, and yet no one knows how to read anymore. You'll sit there and watch a 3-hour-long video that could have explained, it's a paragraph of an article. And you'll go, I don't have the time to read all that. Ooh, wall of text, TLDR, just play me the 4-hour documentary about it. And you're calling it a documentary, even though it was made by a guy who's got a Zoomer comb over because he is going bald. That's not a documentary, okay? A real
documentary.
Go ahead. If you're going, hey, listen. If you're going to start talking, just finish talking. If you I don't mind being interrupted. Just don't do the thing where you go and catch yourself, because then it's way worse. And now we're here. All right, go ahead.
Go. Of course. The ones that I think are even crazier are the guys who just summarize Twitter beefs, where it's just, here are all the tweets. I will read all the tweets to you, even though you could go right now.
Right.
And read them. They're just text.
Yep.
There are people getting paid on Patreon right now to read Reddit posts.
I mean,
that is their whole job.
The world is so much worse than all of this, because remember, there are people who don't go watch a movie and then watch a 12-hour-long video about that movie. They've never seen the movie, but they need it explained to them. You should feel attacked, because it is most of you. It's psycho. The internet makes you retarded, and we're here to make it worse. So somebody asked in the chat room, Turkatron says, has anyone done a video about Turkey Tom explaining what he is and does? Someone should do that in his voice, AI his voice, to have him explaining himself. If nobody did that during the whole kerfuffle over what's been going on, then they're crazy. Anyway, the answer is children. So when I realized, it's kids, I'm like, okay, so I can probably make fun of this guy. Nobody's going to be super mad at me about it, because my audience are adults. And it turns out that was mostly true. But there are certain characters online that I've just kept I've sat there and hated them. They're so dumb and unfunny. Wang was one of them until I finally did the episode. And another one of them is a guy named Count Dankula. Count Dankula tweeted out something. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it today. And I said to myself, you know what? Now's finally the time. Today's the day the Count Dankula question, the CDQ. It must finally be addressed. Take a look at this.
Hello everyone, it's Ampachan. I'm taking over Count Dankula's channel. It was promised to me by Allah. Allah was going to take me as one of his wives, but he said that I'm too old for him, and I'm taking over because Allahu Akbar, and the Jews don't own anything anymore. It's all Allah's and mine.
Actually, this channel was promised to me 3,000 years ago. But it sure is quiet here in the jungles of Vietnam, circa 1971.
Hello everyone, my name is Adabunge. I'm from Nigeria. Does anybody have fried chicken and watermelon for me?
No,
Anybody?
tribesmen, that's quite enough. That's quite enough, tribesmen. I've dropped my fucking helmet. I've dropped my fucking helmet.
Oh no.
It's okay. I know a nice Jewish man with a nice boat. He's going to take you on a lovely trip.
Scottish Skyler.
Ah, fuck you. First of all,
that Cheeto video, Cheeto hot sauce, whatever. She sounds just like her from that particular video.
First of all, she's not Scottish, right? Is she Scottish? She doesn't sound Scottish. I think she's just American.
Sounds American.
She's like from California.
I have all that. So that's Empath Chan, who's like the most, this is like AstroTurf.
Nasty rat.
She's another 20-something who's like attempting to be a thing that doesn't exist anymore. A 4chan girl. Putting Chan at the end of your name and like sticking a marker up your butt or a hairbrush up your butt to become famous and saying the N-word. That's not even a path anymore. How is this working? Again, the answer is children. That's probably not the sound effect to play for that. I should have saved that for the Epstein episode. So for whatever reason, he's hanging out with this Empath Chan. I said this in my tweet about it. I don't care about, it's not about her. She obviously, of course she sucks. Of course she's not funny. You know how I know? She's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no duh. She's not funny. The fact that he put this out there and thought it was okay. By the way, that moment where he drags her off, fireman carries her off. You've got your next Elijah Schaefer moment coming up.
With a nice boat, he's going to take you on a lovely trip.
Oh, they're definitely porking.
He literally
I love that he had to follow
address
it up with that. Yeah.
He had to, before anyone even said anything, he replied to his own tweet and said, before you ask, no.
Hi guys,
yeah, okay,
I'm going to defend Europe. I'm going to save the white race and start the Fourth Reich. I'm so excited, guys.
Okay, that's enough. Come on, Bobby. It's bedtime.
What do you mean? I don't want to go to bed.
What is... is this even an attempt at humor? Did AI write
it's a fly out.
I think what happened is Grok had another one of its, edgy moments and decided to write this script for them. I cannot even picture what they thought was supposed to be happening here. Did they already have all these costumes lying around? Was he just ready to go with his costume comedy?
Time.
But I have to save the white race.
Maybe they went out shopping.
Yeah, they went to Party City.
You do, sweetie.
Up the raw. Terrorists win.
Faceless is here now.
I don't even want to be in Northern Ireland. It's fucking shit. I was told that...
What is this voice? And she's doing the same voice for every... Even though there's supposed to be different nations and stuff. Listen, it's so easy to hate her. That's easy mode, okay? You're playing the game. They're barely sending any grunts after you. You don't even have to grind that hard. This is absolute... I'm trying to unleash the absolute floodgates on this one. The highest difficulty setting. We're going wave after wave after wave on this one. I knew if I had said before this day at any point, I hate Count Dankula. He is the least funny, least interesting. He's nothing. Nobody would have been on board with this. Everyone would have hated that. I know it. It's just true. Doesn't matter. And so a bunch of you are sitting there right now and your head's going, no, I always hated him too. I also think he sucks. Trust me, we are the odd men out on that one. But the only way I've ever even accidentally consumed his content was my wife would occasionally watch his videos. Very occasionally. Incredibly occasionally. But all of a sudden I'd hear, and I'm like, I don't even, I'll be honest, a good portion of it is I just don't want to hear that fucking accent. You sound stupid. I'm sorry, but you sound stupid if you're Scottish. Listen, I know we already did a whole episode about a guy named Scotty and him wanting to be Scottish and how much I hate that, but it's pouring over into this one, okay? Scottish people are dumb. I don't like saying it.
Yeah.
And I've probably got some Scottish in there somewhere as well. But it's not them as a people. It's not like a genetic thing. It's that they talk like that. We've discussed this before. If you're Chinese and you're talking Chinese all day and you know what that sounds like. Chinese sounds like you're trying to start up the Tasmanian devil. You can't quite get him there. If you're talking like that, now I don't know if you're not an NPC, if you're like me, you've got an internal monologue. Imagine all day in your head you're hearing Chinese thoughts. That fucks up your brain. You cannot recover from having Chinese thoughts all day. Similarly, if you are Scottish and you're hearing that sound all day inside your head, echoing around, it can't be good for you. So I'll be honest, a good part of it when she would play these videos, I just didn't want to hear that accent. I didn't want to start having Chinese thoughts. Okay, Chinese thoughts is a euphemism for
having a brain that understands what Limmy's saying.
Yeah, and see, I know that's why I hate saying this stuff is because I literally was thinking of Limmy just now. I was like, yeah, Limmy's funny. I know you guys are going to come at,
yeah.
But what about Limmy? What about Limmy? I knew that was coming. Limmy's fine, but he's also probably a complete retard inside his brain.
You need subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. I can't understand it. No, that's the thing, though. Everybody does the, I can't even understand. What are they even saying? Every time I watch a video with a Scottish guy, that's, the first 500 comments is all just people going, what? Huh? I don't even feel that. I do understand them. I can understand it. It's not that I can't understand it. It's that I don't like it. It's that it is annoying and it hurts to listen to. Stop it. Ouch. So anyway, I hated hearing it, and then she would get mad because I'd be like, turn that off. I don't want to hear that. And then she'd be like, no, it's good. And I would go, no, it's not. He's just reading Wikipedia. He doesn't have a thought. Oh, it's funny. What's funny? And this is my challenge always. What's funny? Name the funniest thing he ever did. And the answer is always, he made his dog Heil Hitler. Sorry, your dog is funny. Okay? And by the way, this whole thing with Empath Chan, this is his attempt to get a new dog. He was hoping that he's literally making his new dog do racist tricks on video. It's the same. So I see this. I can't believe it. I tweeted against my better judgment. I was surprised by this, honestly. But against my better judgment, I said, what if I told you guys, what if I told you this guy, by the way, I'm doing Morpheus in this tweet. I realized after tweeting this, what if I told you? What if I told you this guy was always unfunny and just another let me read Wikipedia to you guy, and the Mona Lisa of ugly foids wasn't the issue? Okay, so there you go, Feds. To your little point. Oh, you just Feds is such.
She reminds me of her.
Feds is such a cunt guard. Where anything.
I'm not defending her.
No, you're
fucking.
You are. You don't even know you do it. You don't even know you do it.
I don't find her.
You're
funny.
a cunt guard. Anytime there's a woman and you think, oh no, you got to protect the lady. You thought I was making fun of her. I barely noticed her. Okay, it's got nothing to do with it. You focused on that. I'm talking Dankula, and you're noticing that. She is the Mona Lisa of ugly foids, though. When you look at, she looks like Mona Lisa. Here's the thing. This is a tough one. Every time I look at her, I go, she looks like if Mona Lisa was like painted by a Down syndrome guy. And but then I think about it a little bit harder, and I think about the Mona Lisa, and I go, Mona Lisa isn't very pretty. She's kind of ugly, actually. The Mona Lisa, like,
no,
maybe not ugly, plain, very plain. Almost, it kind of looks balding. She's got the same hairline as Turkey Tom. So, anyway, who cares? Empath Chan, forget about it. I was shocked to see this. You wouldn't believe it. Where are we at on it right now? Let me see. 854 likes on it. I mean, tons of comments.
We're waiting to get their excuse.
Tons of people agreeing. Tons of people. Yeah, everybody was waiting for their excuse to finally get this off their chest. It turns out we've all secretly been hating Count Dankula together, and we were all too afraid to say it to anybody because we didn't want to deal with it, because none of us wanted to hear how funny his pug is. Guys, it turns out we were right all along. We were the good ones. We're the good guys on this, okay? You and me, when you were having those secret thoughts, I was right there with you. When you look back in the sand and there's only one set of footprints, that is when I carried you. And tons of people were saying this stuff. Here's Kino Blade saying his peak comedy was telling right-wingers how it wasn't gay to have sex with traps and spamming trans porn in Discord. No wonder Sargon loved him. Yikes. Wasn't everybody just mentions the dog? It's just the dog over and over again, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? And then my wife saying Morpheus posting again. So calling me out, which I did realize on my own before she said that. So it turns out, this Sargon, this Count Dankula guy, we've all secretly been sitting there. Guys, it's okay. It's okay to finally come out of the closet and say, I think Count Dankula sucks. And you know what that means? You don't have to like Turkey Tom either. Okay? Why? How does Count Dankula, if we're all secretly sitting there seething and hating Count Dankula, how does he have so many goddamn followers? The answer is, it's children.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
Whoa! It's slop week. It's slop week, ladies and gentlemen. He's unlistenable. And listen, there's people in the chat room right now like going, what? How is it? I don't understand the kids. It's kids watching. That's who's watching. That's why you don't have to respect it. That's why we can just be adults and say, this sucks. And don't tell me it's not kids watching Turkey Tom, watching Count Dankula, watching Brandon Buckingham. We're going to get into that in just a little bit as well. Thank you.
Is he dead?
That one's going to be a
speaking of guys I've refused to speak on for a long time. Here's another one. Here's a guy too. What is his name? Ryan Long. I've secretly been talking about Ryan Long the whole time. I hate Ryan Long. He's so unfunny. His shit sucks. His sketches are terrible. They're too long. They go on way too long. Everybody pretends they like him. And I think they pretend they like him because for a lot of people I know do shows and have content. So they don't want to, they want to get a little clout. They want to taste this stuff. I had a guy get mad about the Brandon I talked about Brandon Buckingham a little bit in the tweet for this episode. And a guy got mad at me. A guy who follows me got mad at me for that. He's like, he was sick, dude. Come on, man. be real about this. He was sick. And it's like, what does that have to do with him sucking? We're going to talk about it. Listen, it's too much to get into. We're going to talk about it in just a bit. But don't tell me it's not children watching these things. What does Count Dankula do? Story time. You're a baby, okay? Yeah. You're getting keys jangled in your face. You're a baby. And I'll tell you this too. A lot of people said to me, I used to watch Count Dankula. I was 15 years old. And then one day I was like, what am I doing? That's what happened. You just grow up. You stop watching it. It's children. Anyway, speaking of which, we got to go to this real quick. We're going to get back to Turkey Tom in a second. This was incredible. We had such a response. Oh, join the Pizza Fund, by the way. PodAwful.pizza, more content, band content, Primo content, all the stuff you can't see on YouTube. PodAwful.pizza. Get some Primo content delivered today. So, I'm going through cult stuff after yesterday's program. I'm reading all the comments. I'm checking the Discord. I'm going through my emails. Now, this is one thing that I don't normally really check very often. I checked the PodAwful mailbox. Okay? I couldn't believe it. And by the way, the comments, the response, everything, everywhere I saw, the response was huge. This is maybe the biggest thing we've ever done on PodAwful. People are losing their minds over it. They're loving it. Ladies and gentlemen, I received for the first time ever hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces of fan mail, all for the brand new character on PodAwful, the big Hawking bottle of snot.
Slop week.
Now, we got a character on the show. He's called the Big Hawking Bottle of Snot. Take a look at this. All right. Now, I was sick for a month. And I was spitting in this thing. I filled it up to the top. And people are loving it. They're going crazy for the Big Hawking Bottle of Snot. So let's go to the...
It's like Hello Kitty, basically.
It's one of the top characters in the show. Again, people love it.
I got excited. Very excited to see all of this.
So I grabbed from the Awful World mailbag, I grabbed a few of the letters, just a couple of the letters. I wanted to share them with you. Again, I almost never even check the mailbox anymore at this point, but the response has been insane. Thank you to everybody for sending in these messages. Here's one. We've got this right here. It says, Dear Jesse, this letter is for the Big Hawking Bottle of Snot. Please let him read it. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't, there's no way to do that. But
it's not alive?
Well, I'll just read it for you. It says, and this part's in cursive. They changed to cursive for this part. It says, Bottle, Valentine's Day is coming up. I noticed you are getting pretty full, but is there room in there for a little more? Yours truly, Urquit. And then he sealed it with a kiss here at the bottom. That's crazy. I missed that at the bottom. It says, please do not read on air. Okay, well, so thank you so much for that letter.
What a romantic.
Sorry about that, Urquit. I did not read it.
I do a beautiful cursive, don't I?
It's wonderful. I was absolutely wonderful looking. Okay, so here we go. We got another one here. This message is from, it says, to whom it may concern. Okay. I have a question about the bottle. Is it Big Honkin' Bottle of Snot or Big Hawkin' Battle of Snot? Well, that's actually a very good question. Thank you for asking that. It's actually, and this is very important, it's actually the Big Hawkin' Bottle of Snot. It's Big Hawkin'. It's a Big Hawkin' Bottle of Snot. Very, very important for the branding. It's like, like that, like, so big, not honkin',
hey, wait,
not
Jesse,
hawkin'.
That's a cool noise.
Yeah, and this, by the way, was from Haley Welch. That's a That name sounds familiar. I don't really remember where I heard that before.
I don't know.
Oh, and she says here at the bottom, my lawyers will be in touch. Not really sure what that means. Okay. Well, Big Hawkin. All right, and then this is super cute. Our last one here. It looks like it's from a little kid. It says, Dear Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. Oh, they spelled it right, too. Wow, good job, buddy. And drew a little heart. He says, you are my favorite character on the show. Oh, you spelled show S-H-O. That's super cute. Look at this. That's awesome. Can we be best friends? Love, Timmy, age 8. Oh, wow, buddy. Well, listen. Good news and bad news. And again, this is a big, giant bottle actually full of snot and other products that came from my human body. You see, there's good news and bad news. The good news is the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot can and will be someone's friend. But unfortunately, there's only one Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. So we will be maybe, I don't know if we're raffling it off or if we're having a scavenger hunt or what. I was hoping we could maybe trade them around or something. But I realized, yeah, of course, all these people love the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. At some point, you know, somebody's going to want to take him home, the home game version of him. So just for Timmy and those of you out there just like him, anybody who wants a little bit of Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot in their life, we are actually developing a new product. This will be available soon at awful.tech. The Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot plush toy. Everybody, take a look at that. So we made it's like a teddy bear, but it's the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. America's sweetheart, it says. America's sweetheart. And we do, now here's the problem. We're rushing this into production, okay? We're trying to get this done as quickly as possible. So little kids like Timmy, they can get this in their life. And Urquit, I guess, can get this in their lives as soon as possible. So it may be a month or two before you can get your hands on it, but we are working our workers' fingers to the bone to get these things done. So thank you to the beautiful Consuelas out there who are making our Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. Without you, where would we be? And thank you to the Super Bowl halftime. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot.
I really love that the plush has the characteristic rip that we all know and love.
Of course, you got to have the rip in there. It's not really the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot without the rip in there. And really, look at this shit. What is that? I mean, what's going on at the bottom? It looks like black mold or something's going on in there. And it is, again, it's thick. It's like a milkshake-like consistency at the top and then liquidy at the bottom. It's almost two different things going on in there.
Civilization in there.
You should really smell this stuff. Urquid, I know you would love to. You want to take a look at that? Look at the creaminess around the inner
Jesus.
It's really going through the screen for me.
I do believe this is starting to let off gases. This may pop at any point, but that is everybody's favorite character, the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot. And I think that was important to interrupt our Turkey Tom coverage for. I do want to say this before we continue. You know, the mailbox was full when I got out there with this fan mail. So from now on, if you would like to write to the Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot, let them know how you feel. You can do so at the email address below, Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot fan mail at PodAwful.com. Okay, that's a real address. You can do that right now. Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot fan mail at PodAwful.com. All right. And we did have to differentiate it with the fan mail that we already had a Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot at PodAwful.com. Unfortunately, your messages will not be received there. That's his personal email. Okay. So if you would like your fan mail to come through, Big Hawkin Bottle of Snot fan mail at PodAwful.com. All right. So Jesus, someone says in chat.
He ain't gonna save you.
Woo!
Yep. Jesus.
Woo! Smell-o-vision.
That's a weird email you have there.
Someone says, it's jinkum but snot. Yeah. All right.
But
and
it's not.
And I unfortunately, Urquhart, I do have to tell you, it is almost, I mean, there's barely any room in there. I don't know what you were trying to release into this thing, but there's almost no room. But we'll be checking in with the...
I'll find a way to squeeze in there.
We'll be checking in with the big honking bottle of snot all week long. Okay, so
Slop week.
Okay, so what is happening with Turkey? How did we go from he is the worst guy ever to he is good? Because I was about to say this earlier in the program. There are 3 checks we need to do throughout our investigation here. Okay, there are 3 things we need to account for. Is it because it's possible? It's possible that this video he put out does explain at least some of this away. The 3 things we need to account for are, how come he's got a little girl fetish? That was one of the, now me personally, that was one of the things that I had a problem with. Okay. Ooh. Number 2, what's night rape and why? All right. So for me, just
well,
for
that
me,
was easy.
Well, we'll see. Because for me, that's the bar you need to clear in order to. And then number 3 is this guy bald? Is this guy bald? So we need to check that. Is this guy bald? So we need to make sure if he
this shit ain't got no hair.
He needs to pass at least 2 of these checks. Okay, we're gonna have to get 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3 wins on this one, and I will be on the same side as everybody else. Oh, it turns out Turkey Tom's good for fucking these whores or whatever he was doing. So I don't fully get it, and I'll be honest, I barely even remember what he did, what happened. Now I know these girls went to Kiwi Farms, okay, and I remember they started saying lots of embarrassing stuff. They started releasing things. Where should I start with this? Does anybody have any clue where I need to begin with this story? Because I know people were saying that they had certain info on this, and there was something. What was it? Somebody brought something up at the beginning of the show that was, I can't even remember now. I gotta be honest, I was thinking about the big hawking bottle of snot.
Well, why wouldn't you be?
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So
it's hard to forget it.
What was going on?
But I was connecting it more to Josh Moon post Turkey Tom's video, connecting Dick Masterson back to Turkey Tom.
Right.
The main thing.
So what is
the actual
connection
events
there?
themselves? I don't know where to start.
Well, what is the connection there? What is the Dick Masterson connection?
So basically, to try to undermine Turkey Tom's credit or to try to delegitimize him in his stream, Josh Moon brings up, I mean, this guy, he did cocaine with Dick Masterson. How can we trust him? You know, and he made sure to throw that in apropos of nothing, really, just kind of to throw some kind of character slander against him, I guess.
Right. Well, look, by the way, if anybody out there has anything they want to add to this, you can join us over on the Discord. That's the cult, podawful.com/cult, and jump in the call-in channel. We'll bring you on air if you have anything to add to all of this. Because, again, I'm not fully up to speed on all of this.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
PodAwful.com. Oh, God! It's got to stop that. PodAwful.com. I swear I had turned that off. PodAwful.com/cult if you'd like to call in. So here's the thing. Yeah, ever since this happened, I guess we should start here. Josh Moon infamously hates Sam Hyde. I think it's fair to say. And he attempted to take down Sam. He wanted to be the guy. He hates that everybody on his forum loves Sam Hyde. Okay. So he wanted to be the guy to take him down. And the way he was going to do this was he was going to interview some ex-girlfriend of Sam Hyde for all these juicy details. Sound familiar? Josh is so stupid and so inept and so Captain Save-A-Ho that he was not willing to see the forest for the trees. He couldn't tell that the woman he was attempting to interview about this would make any sort of allegations sound 1,000 times stupider than they actually are, whether or not any of it was true, because she sucked, because she was like clearly on drugs. She was messed up. And so he brings her on air. It's an absolute dumpster fire. And of course, he fumbled the ball. He's never been a normal interviewer. It's never once happened. Now, I believe this actually happened another time. I don't know if it was before that or after, but I remember somebody telling me, this isn't the only time he's fucked this kind of thing up. Like, this is a pattern with him. And it's always with women. Josh Moon, he's so starved. Well, let me walk that word back.
Only one way.
He's so touch-starved.
He's so touch-starved for a woman's comfort, okay? It used to be back in the day, they'd give you a comfort woman. They'd enslave a Japanese girl. It's like what the guys on Twitter think they should have now. They would snare up a Japanese girl and give her to you or whatever. No, a Korean. They would give it to the Japanese guy. They get you a nice Korean girl, and you could get as much touch hunger as you need. So, Josh Moon, when he hears a woman in distress, he's, Clark Kent into Super. He's running to that phone booth, coming back out just as fat as he was when he went in. There's really no difference.
Waddles his way.
Not even sure he bothered taking off the glass. In fact, he probably put on a second pair of glasses to add to his abnormal weight. And someone says, I kind of like Kurt Metzger, but he likes Josh Moon, so I got to dock him points for that. What? Sorry, that just caught my eyes.
Kurt Metzger is what they meant to say.
Yeah, I know what they meant. That's not helping. Kurt Metzger knows who Josh Moon is. This is an insane world we're living in.
Yeah,
it really
he was trying to get dirt on somebody, but I don't know the whole story. I just know that Kurt Metzger was like messaging Josh Moon in his DMs because Josh accidentally flashed his entire DMs on a stream.
Oh, right. Well, okay, so this is the thing. So ever since this Turkey Tom business, he's been having a straight up meltdown. Okay. Now there's a few things at play going into this meltdown. We'll discuss some of those things perhaps on tomorrow's episode, but that's just a little teaser. Okay. Hey, leave them wanting more. Leave them wanting more, I say. Gulp. There was a second where you thought I really drank from the big hawking bottle of snot, wasn't there? I almost fooled you.
Even just on accident.
That's the same way I fool my babies, by the way, just pretending to drink stuff. You fell for that. No wonder you guys love Count Dankula. Jingle, 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 jingle. So
just the thought of you every time you bring it up or you show it,
you love it. It's the biggest character we've ever had, and everybody loves the character. Ever. I know. I hear you, Feds. Everybody's loving the big hawking bottle of snot. Anyway, the point is, Josh Moon's having a meltdown over this. His career is over. It's ended. And now, some people are telling me that some people were claiming a conspiracy that he was almost running cover for Turkey Tom, that he fumbled. He's doing 4D chess, fumbling the interview on purpose because they're friends or something. Then other people tell me that he hates Turkey Tom. I don't even know what the reason for him hating Turkey Tom is, but apparently there's some reason there. I don't know. I have no clue what's going on. What I have seen is his absolute meltdown over this. From the biggest stalker, Kyle Stalking on Twitter, he says, "Gay op alert." Josh Moon reopens Turkey Thomas's, calls him Turkey Tom. That's my thing, Turkey Thomas, at a non-bird thread after plotting in DMs with spurned BPD whores who are proven liars. Simp. By the way, this is how you know this account's not me, is it's taking the side of Turkey Tom. Some people think this guy is me. I would never, ever take the side of Turkey Tom. Now he retweets, he's quote tweeting somebody saying, after presumably hearing some good news in private conversations from Tom's accusers, Josh has now decided to reopen the Turkey Tom thread. So this is the crazy thing. He interviews these girls. It goes so bad and everyone makes so much fun of him for it that not only do they start saying Turkey Tom is good for being a night rapist, but which you can legally say, by the way, he said it, not me. But they also, he also had to go and close the thread. The entire Turkey Tom thread closed. No one's allowed to post in it because Josh Moon is throwing a baby hissy fit over it, which is very pleasing, very funny for me. He then goes and reopens it because he thinks he's got some new stuff. These girls are still talking to him. You know he's sitting there going, I can't believe I'm talking to girls right now. What? How else did you have sex? What's sex like? What did it feel like? I didn't only watch like a minute of his interview with him. And all I heard him say is like, what's sex feel like? Which didn't seem like an appropriate question at all. And so he reopens the thread, the Turkey Tom thread, so the women can speak and cook up some different narratives. What could possibly go wrong? Now, here's him talking about it. Here's Null on Kiwi Farms. He says, there's a development I'm aware of. There's a development I'm aware of that might become public knowledge overnight. So in the interest of keeping discussion current, I'm reopening the thread. I do ask that people only post when they have something to say and to keep the discussion relevant. Thank you. That's a little Ethan Ralph thing there at the end, isn't it? Remember why you guys like me? Please don't hate me forever for fucking this up. So yeah, he reopens the thread. It's insane that he's going through all of this and crashing out all over the entire forums, banning people. People were coming to me. They were coming to the Discord and they were going, look, Josh just banned me from the thread because I said he did a bad job. Not ban him from the thread, ban him from the entire forum because he said he did a bad job with the interview and he fumbled it. He's banning members left and right. Like, you have to walk on eggshells around him right now. Jesse, you have to pinch your nose when trying to emulate Null. I think I'm good on nasal. It's just more of the wavering. And somebody else says, that's fucking spot on impression. Thank you. Oh my God, I thought you had Josh on for a second there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program for the first time ever. Our special guest, let me get him on here. Josh Moon. Josh. Oh, he's, are you connected? He's on camera. Hello, Josh. Hi, Jesse. Thank you for having me. I've never been a normal weight. I'm fat and I'm gay. Wow, everybody, Josh Moon.
Wow, you got it.
Good,
everybody.
Testimony.
That was incredible. What a segment. What a good planned bit.
What a scoop.
We already knew that. So.
I hate PodAwful. He's always lying. The other day he said on his show that I was on there as a guest or something. He pretended to have me and Turkey Tom on his guest. There's always something wrong whenever he's talking about something. There was no Turkey Tom wasn't on. He pretended to have me and Turkey Tom. He's lying. That's a lie. Thank you, boy detective. Boom, boom.
He got it.
Let me get a little pat on the head here. Okay, so Tom, I'll tell you who loves the big hawk and bottle of snot. Tom Gully. Tom Gully in chat saying the big hawk and bottle of snot backwash has to be lethal. He loves that big hawk. I know why he loves that big hawk and bottle of snot. He and I know what's going on. So, New York Times, eat your heart out? What? What does that have to do with anything? God dropped superpowers in my lap as I'm dying. I'm like, what the fuck are these chats about? I'm completely lost on some of these chats.
People crazy.
Well, anyway, so Josh,
freedom of speech and all that.
I assume Josh fucked everything up. I didn't watch the interview. I don't know exactly. Like, did you guys probably watched it, right? You saw some of it?
Nope.
I saw bits and pieces. Tom also throws.
What?
Tom throws some of it in his own video.
Okay, what was the big takeaway? Why did people think it sucked so much?
Because he was just taking everything they said at face value, and the woman or whatever, the Rowan, whatever, he would ask her a question and she'd go, yeah, it was kind of like that, but like oh God, it was so hard to listen to. And it was Josh Moon saying basically the entire time is in his head thinking, I can fix her. I would treat you right. I would never do to you what Turkey Tom would do.
You could feel that through the screen. You just knew in your heart of hearts that that's what was going on.
1000%.
Some of his responses were almost that, pretty much.
I don't watch that.
Yeah, that actually sounds good. Maybe we should be checking out a little bit of that. Somebody said they were getting timestamps and stuff for me on some of these things.
I think Cast Iron did. He posted participation.
He posted. Okay,
I think got the stuff.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Well, I think he got the follow up. I don't know if he actually did the interview.
All right. Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. He's just got some. He's got some clips here. Let's just see what he's got. Matt, the internet has no videos, so it doesn't matter what's on there.
Address the fact that he does cocaine. He doesn't address the fact that he's done nitrous or whippets. He doesn't address the fact that he took Kai's Adderall. He doesn't address the fact that Kai was his obsession. He doesn't address the fact that he told both women that they looked like Kai. He doesn't address the fact that he bought Monster High things that Kai liked for his other girls. He doesn't address the fact that he took out sexual aggressions on Sacramento and Katie because he was angry at Kai. He never addresses the night rape voicemails.
Okay, you know what? I'm on Josh's side. Guys, I hate to say this. I'm on Josh Moon's side. I feel like I'm going mental listening to that, but goddamn, thank you. Yeah, Josh Moon, thank you. Don't clip that. I farted. Where is the address for? So this is after the fact. This is him doing damage control after fumbling the interview, I think, right? This is a different. Yes, it is. I can see from the date on there. So this is him doing damage control, which is very funny. It's like him trying to pitch to his audience. Actually, I'm right. they're just in the chat going, nope. No.
I think Kino Casino was running cover for him too.
Kino Casino. Now this is pathetic. Kino Casino, they're in PPP now does a show with Josh Moon, which at that point,
what?
You didn't know that?
No, first I'm hearing it.
They do a show together called Kiwi Casino or something like that. I don't remember what it is. Yeah.
Oh man.
Kino Farms or something. And no joke, like I'm sorry, but you're touching the poo at that point. So now they're buddies. It's all just this giant, Kino Casino got big. Let's say they've been covered by some big internet people. They
had an engineer on.
They got they get all the scoops, right? And Josh Moon needs to be buddies with them so that they never ever turn on him, because Kiwi Farms, Kino Casino is a let us read Kiwi Farms to you show. So these guys, they're in a symbiotic sort of, it's parasitic, but also symbiotic relationship where Josh Moon needs them, now that they're big, to never make fun of him. And PPP needs Josh Moon to keep sweeping for them on their threads. You're not allowed to say anything bad about them. Now, I want to be clear about something. I don't dislike Andy Worski. I'm the only guy on earth, including his own viewers and fans. Okay? I like Andy. I don't hate Kino Casino. Everybody is constantly telling me you got to do a show about, you got to hate these guys. Not that I wouldn't do a show about them, by the way. I don't have to hate something to do a show about it, but I don't dislike them. But the relationship they've got going on with them and Josh Moon is absolutely unreal, disgusting, should not exist. I don't know who's worse in that relationship, who the bad guy is really, but I know which side I'm going to take, and it's mine. Okay? I'm praying for it to all go wrong for both of them so that we can do an episode about it. Dear God, please provide on that. Oh, it will. It will. Now, the sorry, I keep the echo. I keep hearing there's like a little bit of echo still bleeding through for some reason, even though I have that off, and it's driving me insane. Okay, so now he's trying to make up for it. You got Kiwi Farms sweeping for it. What were they saying, Dirk? You saw the clip. What did they say?
I didn't see much. I just saw they were talking about and run defense. I didn't want to watch it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I just thought you did watch it because you brought it up.
No, I saw they were running defense. I didn't watch it. I just saw they were doing it.
I think we've got it here.
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, let me roll through my.
Yeah, it's in the Kino Casino thread, I think.
Okay, yeah, let me roll through stuff and see if I can find. Oh wait, here we go. I got it.
Carefully cherry-pick screenshots to back up their claim.
So here they are. They're playing the Turkey Tom video, which we're about to do as well. And apparently, I'm being told they're sweeping.
These claims aren't super difficult to do.
Can I just say one thing about this whole situation? These two dumb bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Did you all think he wouldn't show the texts showing that you girls are insane?
They must have thought that he would genuinely just give up on his multi-million-dollar career.
How? They're dumb. They're dumb.
But it could happen. Like, if you're just, like, completely traumatized and, like, so humiliated. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have it come out that you can't get it up unless you're watching videos of yourself, you know, you can't fucking, like, you're like abusing women, beating women, into age, all this. A lot of people would just fucking fold and be like, you know what, I'm done. I quit.
I'm gonna be
real.
I
Everyone
don't
thinks that
think
you're a
so.
rapist.
But here's the
And somebody points out they're saying lisp in chat. There's a bunch of people saying lisp about Andy Worski. Let me be clear. I like Andy. Okay.
But
Well, no. What do you mean, but?
No.
What do you mean, but? I just like Andy Worski. But
I do too.
It is lisp.
But nigga, you can't be lisping like that. I mean, that's wild. That's crazy. You got to get that tongue under control, man.
That's
Did
crazy.
he used to lisp? He used to stutter. I thought the impression for Andy Worski was you had to do that. That's what Ethan Ralph always said. I didn't know this guy is. Maybe that's how you have to get big. You have to start, being a little fey. Something like that. He's just playing the game. Hey, listen, if he's playing the game, who can blame him?
If you
Maybe
have
put some
text
boobs on,
Maybe you wear enough titties.
showing otherwise, you wouldn't fold no matter who you were. Like, if you didn't have any evidence, right? You'd be like, oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
But
when somebody says in chat, when did he develop a lisp? I don't remember him having a lisp before. Is this new?
Always.
By the way, can that happen? That's scary. Ooh. Imagine one day you wake up in the same way Dirk woke up bald. You wake up lisping. That's terrifying. By the way, Lisa joined. Lisa, do you have something to add? Jump in.
Well, I wanted to mention that Turkey Tom, he in the past also fumbled the ball on the whole, I think, pyrocynical grooming somebody as a fellow furry who had like a fart and brap fetish or fat fetish. I can't remember.
A fart and brap fetish. Two separate
No, it was a
fetishes.
fart and
Wow.
inflation fetish.
Yeah, fart
Well,
inflation.
listen, you inflate a lady enough, she's going to brap. Trust me on that. Hey, we've all been there. You get these women, you get your bicycle pump out, you tie your old lady up to it, you say, hey, hold on for dear life. You better keep every inch of this PSI inside of you. And then eventually, something's got to give. You can only inflate a lady, but so much. And, hey, listen, if you're into braps, you're going to be in hog heaven. All right. Well, thank you, Lisa, for sharing that.
Oh, you have everything. You could have, no one would fold.
But it's not a rational thing. It's an emotional thing when you're humiliated like that. And a lot of people just completely shut down. And to even show your face again, when the vast majority of people who heard about this were believing that he was a rapist and he was this and he was that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is PvP taking the side of the gooner in this one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, or maybe he's just turning the other cheek, Andy.
Bunk.
Well, he's got plenty to turn.
Yeah, there's a lot. He's never been a normal
got a
cheek,
lot of
I'll tell you that. He's fat!
Overwhelming.
I'll be real. I'm not friends with Tom. I don't talk to him. Never talked to him. Maybe once.
No.
Once in the past, like 8
I'll be
years
real.
ago.
I don't like Turkey Tom.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't like his
for
content,
me, I
you
don't
know?
give a fuck about Tom. But
he's Tom! Just lost his senile PPP in a home one day.
I'll say
doesn't know how to do his catchphrase anymore.
I'm very happy that he figured it out.
Whoa, friendo!
Because like two chicks having the ability to just ruin a man's life like this is fucking bullshit.
It usually only takes one. But enough about my wife.
It's
bullshit. I don't think he comes out totally clean in all of this either. But what they did was they lied to the point where they destroyed all credibility.
Yeah.
That phone call that he shows at the end shows that this is a bad faith, jilted lover whose entire motivation for this campaign was to try and hurt Tom, to try and make it so that he couldn't date women again. And she begged to be with him, even in spite of apparently all the evil things that he said and did.
Yeah.
So you can't trust that. When she tries to create this story, oh, well, I didn't know.
Hey, boys, she was night raped. Okay, I mean, are we just forgetting? Like, listen, hey, I'm with you. We're for the boys here, right? We don't believe women ever unless it's convenient for us to laugh at somebody.
Yeah, or funny.
It's funny. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Turkey Tom. When the allegations come out, sure. But yeah, normally I'm 100% the opposite of Feds. I'm like, boo, the woman sucks. She's obviously the bad guy in this. She's probably a pedophile. As most women are. And the stats actually bear that out if you really look into it, if you do real research on it. But anyway, the point is, I fully agree, like these women are probably sick and bad and everything. But also the night rape and the weird child stuff. Again, do we not remember?
Yeah, that's kind of my position.
Do we not remember that Turkey Tom was texting a lady saying, I'm coming home from work after a long day and I got a night rape. And then again, this is one of the checks we need to pass here, folks. We got to talk about it. I'm not sure are night grape. I need to slight grape. That's how the way you say it on YouTube. You have to say slight grape.
There you
go. Or else YouTube.
Yeah, everybody seemed to forget about that with this.
Well, if
Barry was too sweet.
If you don't say slight grape on YouTube, they come and unalive you. So,
Slight grape or sour grape?
Whatever. This is pussy grapes. Is that a Dick Masterson term or something?
Yeah, that seems
sour
right.
Pussy grapes or something like that. Everybody stinks. Prove me wrong. Stinks. It stinks. Listen.
It stinks.
Listen. Obviously these women are bad, but Turkey Tom himself lied to a woman and said he has a job. By the way, what does he mean after a long day of work? You don't. Your job is you pay a 13-year-old to write a script for you, and then you read it occasionally. You don't go anywhere. Presumably, he does that in his own home. Does he like rent out a space? He doesn't even
hire Porcelain to do all the graphics.
He's gotten to that's true. He tried to hire Porcelain, friend of the show, to do the editing for the video. He saw Porcelain. He was like, I'm making documentaries. I need Porcelain to do it. And Porcelain turned him down. It was a lot of money. And Porcelain was like, no, you seem like a night rapist to me. So he didn't take it. He's the one who said he's going to night rape these girls. And then furthermore, and this is important, these girls look like girls. And I mean little girls. And he specifically told one of them that she was like, oh, I've got small boobs. And he's like, that's the good stuff. That's what That's what Goon Daddy like. Oh, you got little ones? Tell me they're budding. He was saying this kind of stuff.
That's the odd thing about this. Like, what? All these 13-year-old fans of this guy, would they hand their like sister out to Turkey Tom if they had the chance?
They would willingly.
Why would you even think something like that, you freak?
Because twisted. Okay, these girls are just like little girls. Okay, you should be like disgusted by a guy who's fetishizing little girls like that.
I'm gonna be real with you, Lisa.
Thanks.
You fucked up. Okay. If I can be real with a sister right quick, you a straight up fucking weirdo. So anyway, I'm hoping this thing gets to the point. I'm not really hearing the sweeping in this though. I don't like their position.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, that's what this says. I mean,
I didn't even know what a keyboard was. Ooh, what's a Kiwi Farms?
Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
You know, and then it turns out, she actually messaged him long before they matched on Tinder, and she was a Turkey Tom fangirl this whole fucking time. Immediately, you have no credibility. The entire narrative is completely destroyed. And if he really is an abusive piece of shit, you let him get away with it by...
Okay, so then Josh Moon is bad for bringing these girls on and letting them run ramshot over him, right?
Lying and concealing the truth. What should have happened from the very beginning is that every text message, aside from the nudes, should have been sent to Josh Moon. But the reason it wasn't was because
from the very beginning, like when they were having a relationship, what are we talking about? From the very beginning, Josh Moon, the arbiter of truth. By the way, guy who's never gotten a single thing he's ever talked about 100% accurate. He's never once said everything right about any story he's talked about, and he literally owns a complete archive of everything in this universe that is going on. He's got all the info right there in front of him. Fucks up every time. Yeah, no, we definitely need him to be in charge.
They were guilty of a lot of fucked shit.
Yeah.
And if Josh had seen all of the text messages from these girls, he would not have believed them. But when you have...
how do you know that? By the way, he's saying this, and then Josh Moon goes on to Kiwi Farms and goes, I'm opening the thread back up because I've got more info. He's believing everything. There's no allegation he's not willing to believe. And frankly, I'm with him on that.
Opportunity to do an interesting interview and air out...
PPP, I'm sorry. You're compromised. This is crazy. This is crazy to say, like, as if he's got ultimate knowledge of what's going on in Josh Moon's head. You might, maybe he. I was literally about to say, you'd be more likely to get in through his stomach than his brain to figure out what's going on. Maybe PPP has that ability. That's actually on the table.
Gossip and drama. I can see the opportunity is there, and you want to do it. And so I don't necessarily blame him for it. You know what I mean? But what should have happened is these girls should have been forced to turn over all of the... But they wouldn't, because they wanted to selectively crop things to make themselves look good and...
Forced to hand over all data to Josh Moon.
Yeah, just give him your phone.
He's hungry for data.
Let him go through your whole phone. By the way, of course they're going to select... Of course they are. It's Josh's job to then question that and go, well, hang on a second. Why is this missing here? What did you black out there? What's cropped here? What did you say before this? That's on him to do as the interviewer.
Leave out the things that they did wrong. And that's where this failed.
And I'm going to say this. I know you're saying he doesn't look clean in all this. He looks exactly how I thought he was behind the scenes. Like, you know what I mean? A 22-year-old guy who's tons of money, drugs, alcohol, all this shit.
Does he have tons of money? Because here's what I'm confused by. Does Turkey Tom have tons of money? Because he's living with Brandon Buckingham. What can somebody, for the love of God, explain to me why 30-year-old, married with children, Brandon Buckingham lives with a 23-year-old YouTube baby? Why?
That's real?
Okay, so this is this is the fucking this is the craziest part. I don't know how to even begin on all of this. Brandon Buckingham is another one of these guys I never want to mention. I never want to mention it because every time I see him, I hate him. I feel about Brandon Buckingham the way I feel about Scotty K Fitness. Instantly dislike. I hate wiggers. I hate junkies. I hate... he's like performative, but in the other direction from Scotty K Fitness.
Safe sleazy.
Yeah. What is it? Safe sleazy. Yes. Yeah. You know what? Scotty
He's
K
kind
Fitness.
Of the epitome of safe sleazy.
Scotty K Fitness is like sleaze safety. He sort of is that too, but in the other way.
Yeah.
Brandon Buckingham, safe sleazy. Why does he get away with it when iDubbbz doesn't? Why does he get away with safe sleazy when that little iDubbbz,
right wing, and he says edgy stuff?
Who's the mini me iDubbbz, the little guy iDubbbz, who's the same? They look the same.
Curtis Connor.
Curtis Connor. That guy doesn't get away with it. Brandon Buckingham's allowed. And yeah, you're right. It's because he's exactly like Scotty K Fitness. He's performative in the other direction. He's performative toward the right, toward the conservatives. He's friends with MDE, with Sam Hyde. I'm going to assume that means Josh Moon must hate him too. Maybe we're very similar on this as well. Now, not that that's why I hate Brandon Buckingham. In fact, the reason I never want to say any of this about him, number one, he's not really in my lane, you know? Like, I've never been forced to watch a Brandon Buckingham video. Occasionally, something will come across my feed, and I've checked it out once or twice. And every time, this is nuts. This is even... How is this? This is like a thing that would have existed in the 60s and gotten away with it. How in the Big 2-6 is Brandon Buckingham getting away with doing Black People National Geographic? He's going to the ghetto and treating it like a zoo and going, look at this. Hey, look at what these guys are up to. What do you call this? Lean. Okay, yeah, I'll try some. Yum. Ooh, yeah, no, that's good. You guys have whippets? Something more my speed? So he somehow just gets to do this every time I've seen one of the... I think that shit is sickening, by the way. And forget Brandon Buckingham. I am totally sickened by all of the YouTube channels where they do like poor people tourism. Do you know what poverty tourism. Yeah,
tourism.
I forgot poorism. I forgot there is poverty tourism where you go to the ghetto to be like, I bet they have a couple of good restaurants. Let's see what the chicken and waffles are like in Compton. Every one of those.
Are you a corner boy?
Brandon Buckingham's the only guy too that does it. That isn't. He's safe sleazy. He's wigger. All of them are wigger. It is all wiggers that do that, but they're like they're kind of they're a little Scotty K Fitnessy as well, where they're like tough guy, pretend ex-military wiggers.
I do MMA.
Bald, backwards baseball cap, or sunglasses on the back of the head guys. And they go to Detroit and they're like, can you believe it looks like this? And it's like, who are you talking to? If you've got a channel and the whole concept is, can you believe there's a part of the world that looks like this? And it's a place in America, and it's a place where black people live. Then what you're essentially saying is, dear white audience, dear sheltered, dear gated community white audience, I assume no black people are watching this. Dear white audience, look at this fucking shit. I'm terrified. And every time they go there, they've got to, this is so funny. They've always got to, and Brandon Buckingham does this too. They've got to link up. They got to have a black guy on the inside. somebody to sneak them in.
They gotta have their Sherpa.
It's a sure. A derpa.
Ghetto Sherpa.
Yeah. This is a derpa for these idiots. They've got to have their black guy who's like, so as long as you stick with me, homeboy, you going to be safe on these streets, all right? Because around here, people know I'm Big Cheese. That's his name. It's a guy with like the goofiest, corniest name of all time. I'm High Top.
My name, Gucci Gouda.
Yeah. Around the block, they call me High Top. And as long as you with me, home slice, they talk the way you thought a black guy talked in 1992. Somehow he finds, and by the way,
video turns off. They have an English accent and a BFA.
There's always a moment too in these videos where they have to put the camera down for a second. He's like, for real, hey, listen, put the camera down right now because there's about to be something, and it could go one way or it could go another, and black people are very vague poster-y. When it comes to what's going on, they'll never tell you why you're about to be killed. They'll just warn you that it's going to happen. Like, for real, you're going to have to put that camera down right now. As we go in here, we got to square up, and you're going to have to put that camera down for a minute. And so they put the camera down, and then they start, you just hear him go like, hey, listen, yo, OG, listen. Big slime. He's like trying to talk his way through, and you can tell that the other dude, you can't even understand a word he's saying. He's going, damn thing, you gonna be on me, damn. And you can tell it's this like incredibly tense moment where the white guy doing the poverty tourism thinks, oh, I'm gonna die. I better get on camera because I'm about to fucking die. This is over. And they love that.
They get slimed.
Every one of these videos has that moment. And they're fishing for it. He's telling his derpa, oh, could you take me to like the scariest area? It's just this guy's neighborhood, by the way. Imagine you had a black guy come to your house, right? He knocks on your door and he's like, yeah, I'm looking around, and you just instantly shut the door on him and go, fuck off. No, he comes to your door and he's like, yeah, so I wanted to see what it was like in a white person's neighborhood. I wanted to let the people out there know what the real woodland pond is like. What the real
Where's the scariest intersection?
I want to let the people know what the real Wisteria Highlands is like. And you're like, okay. And then they go, take me to the scariest part of your neighborhood. It's like, for a white person, what would that be? Like the old lady who lives on the hill and she's got a haunted tree in her yard. You live in Florida. You live in Florida. There's Spanish moss hanging off the tree. And so you're like, you're going to have to put the camera down real quick, home slice. Because I'm going to have to talk to Roberta Sparrow over here and make sure we're good on these streets. Do you hear me, homeboy? It's crazy. That's an insane thing to say to a guy. Like, take me to your scariest neighborhood where you live. This is where you spend all day, every day. By the way, I'm going to make $1 million off this video and give none of it to you. You earn nothing from this. When I leave here, you're staying. Let me be clear. And by the way, don't even email me. We're kind of, after this, we're kind of done. Nope. Don't email me.
We'll
Don't
get
do
you
it.
arrested.
Yeah. He's thinking about, hey, get a job, he says as he leaves. So anyway, I hate that style of guy. That's an entire style of YouTuber, Brandon Buckingham. Beyond that, by the way, I don't know what his content is. I have no idea what he does or why he took off. Like, there's no way that those were his first videos, right? Does anybody know what the fuck he does? What is his thing?
He was like a school teacher
MMA
before.
Stuff for boxing, I thought.
Okay.
I thought he interviewed people.
Yeah, he's also a wrestler.
Yeah,
too.
he's an elementary school teacher, and then one day he's like, he turns 30, and he's like, yeah, actually, I'm a kid. Actually, I'm a kid. I'm young. And I'm a Zoomer, and I now make videos for the people I used to teach. Because again, it's always children. Why do you think Brandon Buckingham could so easily slide from being a teacher, a school children teacher, to being a YouTuber? That's the same career. Just one of them pays better. I never talk about him because I know people they pretend to like him. Nobody knows what he does, but they all pretend to like him. And then I also have friends and acquaintances, mutuals. There's a lot of people I know that are like really actually friends with him. So I never want to talk shit about him. You know, I'm not trying to stir the pot with anybody else. I don't want to make it too awkward for people I know, you know. So when you've got friends who've like met this dude in real life, you don't want to be going on air going, literally nothing sucks worse on earth than Brandon Buckingham, the friend of my friend. But he's the bottom. He's the lowest. It doesn't get any worse than Brandon Buckingham. So I've just kept this to myself this whole time. I've secretly hated him. And then 2 months ago, a miracle happened. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Now, this is why it's impossible. I wouldn't be doing this at all if we weren't talking turkey right now. I have to do this. Now it's impossible to do this. Now I'm going to have so many people upset because Brandon Buckingham got sick. Now, I got sick. No one gave a shit. I got sick. Brandon Buckingham got sick. He got $500,000 from a GoFundMe for it. I got sick. I got the big hawking bottle of snot. Okay?
Pretty good reward.
Now, here's the thing. He's already presumably a millionaire. Maybe not a millionaire, but he's got money. He's doing all right. Okay? He's got a big YouTube channel. He's got a big following. He's doing okay. Now, sure, any sort of health setback like that, that's expensive. That's going to be big. But should you really, at that level, be begging your fans for money? How about you say this? How about you go and you go, guys, my heart failed. Doctors don't know what's going on. Go watch all my videos and turn off your ad blockers. That's fair. Go buy my merch. That's fair. Straight up, here's a GoFundMe, give me money.
Yeah.
Then he takes off, disappears, doesn't explain what was actually wrong with him. People thought he was dead until a couple weeks ago. Now, again, I
said all of his organs were failing.
I did a stream about this. It was called I Have Crowder-David's Disease. This was while I was sick. Crowder-David's disease is, of course, the infamous disease, the mystery illness that every YouTuber and every streamer gets that incapacitates them and makes them not only unable to provide you content, but somehow also beg for money while doing it. It's an incredible grift, Crowder-David's disease. You never get to find out what's wrong with them. You just have to pay them. You want to know more? Click here to find out. And all of a sudden, they've got a Patreon, they've got a GoFundMe, they've got some way that you can donate to them while they recover. And the answer, I would say, about 80% of the time is drugs. They're on drugs. Brandon Buckingham, everybody knows it. Everybody knows instinctively Brandon Buckingham is on drugs. He's doing drugs. When he goes out with these ghetto guys, you know, he's out there ghetto gagging with the fellas. He's doing whippets. He's doing lean. And listen, I feel terrible if that anything bad happened to the man. He's a father. He's a husband. Whatever. You know, Charlie Kirk. But
We are Brandon Buckingham.
This is your sister, your wife, your mother. This is you. You're Brandon Buckingham. This is you. Obviously I don't want anything bad to happen to the guy, but if you're doing drugs, number one, boom, no more respect. I no longer have any respect for your health issues if you are doing it to yourself, and you can't, even if it was a different thing that caused it, you didn't help it, right? Maybe you wouldn't have been so bad off if you didn't Swiss cheese your brain while also having whatever mystery illness. Did we ever find out the illness? This is going somewhere, by the way.
Not only did we not find out what it was, I remembered specifically, and nobody was bringing it up, that like 6 months before this had happened, he had talked about going into the hospital for like a week for like the same problems. And then he got better, and he was like, oh yeah, all my organs are failing, but I got better.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it happened again?
Yeah, that's the thing. He was like...
And nobody brought that up.
He was wrestling, right? He wrestles, and he was like, yeah, every time I wrestle, my heart feels like it's going to explode and I'm dying. And he just kept doing it. It's like, well, gee, you're not Turkey Tom. You're not your own roommate young, but you're a fairly young guy. You seem lean. You're working out. You're wrestling. That's a sport, you know? It seems like you should be kind of healthy. Gee, I wonder, what is the thing that always has some skinny guy mystery sick?
Vexed?
No, Lisa, not okay. Lisa, you got to go.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's heroin.
Vaxxed. Dirk, can you pull the choke chain? No, obviously drugs. Well, I guess vaccines are drugs. Lisa, you can come back. Yeah, vax. I don't know. Was he vax? Maybe that was it. Maybe she's right. I don't know, but that's not the point. We all know, even as fans secretly know. I hate saying this. I have friends that are friends with the guy. I feel bad that he was in the hospital. Here's what I'm upset about. I don't give a shit that if he did rip you off for your money, grifted you. I don't care about that. I don't care that he did it. I don't care about any aspect of any of that stuff. I don't care that he didn't tell you what was going on for 2 months and then mysteriously came back, was fully okay, put out a video to tell you he was okay that had a sponsor in it. That comeback video is
everybody
psycho.
was like, oh, it's just a joke. He's just being funny.
That comeback video is psycho. He got a sponsor for his "Don't worry, guys, your money cured me, I'm alive" video. Okay, who do you remember who the sponsor was? I don't remember.
Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes.
No way.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. Anybody else would be showing you the video right now. I can't. I won't subject you to it. I'm hoping nobody here watches his stuff. I can't do it. I can't do it for 2 reasons. 1, I don't want to subject you to it. And 2, it's going to make me go harder than I need to go if I watch it. All right? Because again, I don't care. Fine. You got a sponsorship for telling everybody. By the way, sorry I didn't update you in 2 months. So literally every single response to this video coming out was, holy shit, I thought you were dead. I was literally just thinking yesterday, I wonder if Brandon Buckingham's alive. I haven't heard anything. He mysteriously comes back. He's got a sponsor, and he comes back just in time to save Turkey Tom from the mob. And what we didn't know during all of this, but then he tweeted out, is they live together. Maybe some people knew that. I didn't know that. I sure as hell didn't know that.
That's brand new to me.
Nobody,
today. That's insane.
Nobody I've talked to about it knew about that.
Never heard that.
Oh yeah, he tweeted that out. He called him his roommate.
No, I hadn't heard it since then.
Oh yeah. That's what's going on.
Before that,
they're living together. And then, the craziest part, right as the tide turns, he comes back, he protects his friend. Turns out they're roommates. The tide turns. Mysteriously, now all the YouTubers are on the same page, and Turkey Tom is good now. And then Brandon Buckingham pulls a Scotty K Fitness and doxes one of the girls on Twitter that called out Turkey Tom. Now, they didn't give out Turkey Tom's address. They didn't give out his phone number. They said, hey, I feel like some creepy stuff happened to me. And Brandon Buckingham, an unrelated man to this, by the way, totally psycho for doing this, goes on Twitter and just posts her address and where her phone number, everything, all of her docs. He spent the last 2 months convalescing as far as anybody knew, and that's his big comeback. That's crazy. That is a very, very scary thing. And again, he's got, millions of followers. I don't know how many followers he has. but he's got a big audience, and now he's just telling everybody, yeah, go after this girl. That's essentially what he's doing. When that's the secret message there. Oh yeah, he says, and then tweets this out. That's crazy. That's a fucked up guy. So to all the people that I know that are friends with him, that like him, that were tweeting out, guys, go help out our buddy, our blood, Brandon Buckingham, BLUD, my blood. Go help him out. A lot of these guys I like. There's a lot of people I like that like this guy. But I'm sorry. I don't like... it used to be I just don't like his content. Okay? That used to be all it was. Now I don't like. When he got sick, he's got this permanent shield around him. Now it's incapable. You are now incapable of criticizing this man because he got sick. Guys, he got better.
And to like a crazy degree too.
We're good
Where like
now.
I've had people on Twitter be like, dude, fuck you. Like if you say anything bad about him, you should fucking die.
You should see my replies on Twitter right now. Crazy. I had a Filipino guy come at me like a lunatic saying I was going to die next to a cockroach or something. It's like, when you get...
Crazy thing for a Filipino to say.
Well, when you get insulted by a third worlder and it's like a third world insult where you're like, this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to die next to a cockroach and dog poop. That's what he said. I hope you die next to dog shit and a cockroach. And I'm like,
that doesn't happen here.
I've never even heard that. But it's like when an Indian guy is like, your sister will be raped by a goat. And you're like, that's... It seems unlikely. I'm going to put that low on the list of possibilities. Who knows? Brandon Buckingham is now immune. He wasn't immune to whatever disease took him. I'm sorry. I just think it is drugs. I don't know. And until he comes out and proves me wrong, then I don't know. Maybe he has said it. I don't know. But I don't like that he's now immune to criticism. I didn't like Brandon Buckingham before he was sick. I'm allowed to still not like him. I'm allowed to still not like his content. And I was very, very kind for keeping this to myself for as long as I did. And now the man is roommates with Turkey Tom, a sex criminal. Okay.
Or any other consensual, non-consensual adjacent languages. He never addresses the fact that he told both women they look like little girls. He never addresses the fact that he booked one-way flights only. He never addresses the fact that he made...
I hate to say it, I agree with Josh Moon. We need to address the fact that he said that he likes that they look like little girls. That's weird. We have to clear that bar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's take a look at the video, at Turkey Tom's actual response. All right, I am not doing great myself. I'm getting a little Crowder Davidsy right now. All right.
It's good.
Let's
Big
take
board
a look.
looks great, Colonel.
I'm sorry that this response took so long. I wanted to make sure I had all the facts together before saying anything. Recently, I've been accused by an ex-girlfriend, along with an ex-partner, of non-consensually filming sexual encounters.
Was she trans?
What does that mean? An ex-partner?
Like a business partner?
What the fuck? Yeah, yeehaw.
Encounters being so rough.
I'm sorry, but if you have a partner, you're gay.
Inconsiderate during sexual encounters that it bordered on assault.
There's a snake in my boots.
Encouraging eating disorders, being into age play, along with a litany of other complete...
Okay, you're into age play. He better address it.
Baseless, false accusations. The two women who are accusing me, Sacramento 89, real name Rowan.
Wait, what did he say? I feel like I'm about to die. I feel like I'm getting spiritually harmed by Brandon Buckingham psychically now. His Filipino fans are attacking me. I can barely breathe right now. I've been fine for a couple of days, and now I might pass out. This is getting bad. Let me go back because I am not paying attention.
Eating disorders, being into age play, along with a litany of other completely baseless, false accusations. The two women who are accusing me, Sacramento 89,
all right, there we go.
Real name Rowan, and Left 4 Dead, real name Kate.
Wait, what? What am I missing? Why do you keep saying "there we go"?
He's denying.
He said they're false. Yeah, they're false.
Okay, sorry. I thought like he specifically said something about age play there. I was like, what?
Katie took to gossip forum Kiwi Farms to post the accusations, along with carefully cherry-picked screenshots to back up their claims. These claims
the only guy cherry-picking here is you, underage play guy.
Of evidence I have on my side. So without further ado, let's start with Sacramento or Rowan. This is a girl I dated for about 7 months, from May of 2025 until January 10th of 2026.
She was your partner.
4 days later, she made her first post. Here, she alleges that I am a real freak and like to, quote, record sexual encounters without asking for consent. This is blatantly untrue. I have never recorded any sexual encounter without
Then what are you
explicit
jacking
consent.
off to?
As a matter of fact, with Rowan, she was the one who initiated the idea of filming sex acts in the first place. On Tuesday, August 19th, after 3 months of knowing each other and being sexually active, Rowan texted me saying, "You should get those meta glasses when you crack me." I responded by saying, "For what?" And she answers again, "Cracking time," alluding to me filming her with the glasses onboard camera. Now, at the time, I did not feed into this.
She also said, "Don't let the bed bugs bite." She might be joking, Tom. Read the room. That's kind of a. She said, "Crack me." I think she might be fooling around here a little.
I did not show enthusiasm.
Here's what I want you to show. I want you to show me what's under this comb over. Lift that thing. Look how perfectly.
Yeah, he never addresses that the whole video.
The whole video. This doesn't come up. That's a strike. Sorry. Minus
never
one.
addresses it.
If he doesn't address it, that's one of our 3. If you don't address that, I feel like I could climb up under there and then go skiing.
Didn't even agree to get the glasses. I just responded and said, "Good night."
You can see, like, this isn't just hair products.
You can see it.
A device is being used to keep it like this. Look, it doesn't move.
That's a blowout.
Not as whoa.
He's got an extension.
Don't say blowout while we're talking turkey.
Night, sweet dreams. So 1 whole week goes by without us talking about it whatsoever. And
if you see a hair move, scream real loud. Okay, because I bet you not a single one moves.
And then on August 20th.
This might be plastic. He's got Lego hair.
5th, Rowan texts me saying,
really
"You should get those meta things for real." So I respond by saying, "I think I'm going to avoid filming anything involving sex for a while," showing that I am clearly not the person interested in filming our sexual encounters.
Wait, for a while? That
As you can
sounds
see in
like
the
you've
text,
done it
even when I
already.
say I don't want to film us having sex, she pushes the issue.
Yeah, he had
now,
already
to be
done
clear,
it
we
by
did
this point.
eventually take videos of ourselves being intimate, but
No.
Dude.
No. You want to talk about cherry picking? I'm a cherry picking daddy. Okay. Now, look at this. So he clearly there says for now or right now, meaning they were already doing it. Here's what's happening in these text messages from my point of view. It sounds because that's so straightforward for a girl to say. No girl talks like this. She's farming a screenshot. She knows that something bad has already happened between the two of them. She feels like she's been recorded or whatever it is. He night raped her. And so now she's like, I will be going to Kiwi Farms with this in her head. I need you to say one of these things. And now he is being very selective, very careful with how he responds, detecting that.
Oh, he's going to be like that the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I was
he
given
never drops that.
I'm sure.
Explicit consent every single time. And on a few occasions, she even took the phone out of my hand and was holding it while filming us. To be clear, there was never a tripod.
Yeah, because she didn't want it pointed at her. So you're telling me there's female POV Turkey Tom porn? Dirk, I'm going to need you to look into this.
Or a hidden camera. It was always handheld, and in every single video, she was clearly aware of the camera, making eye contact with the camera lens. Also, on September 8th, Rowan texted
I can only find the Destiny video.
He's going back reviewing the footage to check.
I do miss it, though, in regards to our sexual interactions. She follows it up by saying,
"Send the video." Hashtag send the video. She's looking for evidence, you idiot. Guys, I cannot believe people fell for this thing. How long is this video? Because I don't need to see.
Like 40 minutes.
41 minutes. We're not
skip around.
We'll be watching about 12 seconds.
Yeah, you can skip. You don't need to see all of it.
Do we have time codes on it? Because I don't know. I don't know where I'm going on this.
Send the videos. Keep in mind, these are videos that she claims in present day were taken without her consent. She then goes on to say, and I quote,
"If somebody's got timestamps that I need to see on this one, feel free to jump in, send them to me, whatever. Email them to the Big Hawk and Bottle of Snot. Don't do that.
I don't have a timestamp, but I can tell you it's like halfway through or something. He does address the age play. He says the only thing I do that could be remotely considered age play
diaper
is
stuff.
I like to call them good girls and they call me daddy.
That's
yeah.
psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him in jail.
You know,
Lock him up. Come get him, boys.
I was gonna say that.
I feel like.
All right, look. I want to try to be as fair about this as possible. That sounds like age play, but that's also like just a BDSM-y sort of
Daddy.
power.
Yeah, but I think what he's doing is
power
like admitting to so much
thing as well that some girls are into. Some girls just ask you to do that sort of thing, you know. So
well, this girl was like demanding that he be aggressive and like basically beat her within an inch of her life. Whatever. This chick is psychotic, but I feel it. Oh, am I lagging?
No, you're.
Oh no, I'm not.
Nope.
I
No,
feel
you're
like
good.
he's only admitting to so much, and for like deniability, like how guilty people will like admit to one part of the crime.
Well, we
but not
watched
the whole
Scotty
thing.
K Fitness put out an apology video where he then admitted to 12 crimes on it. This is what this is what happens. This is how it works. That was last episode. So yeah, I'm not sure. Well, all right, we'll skip around a little bit. We'll see.
I will watch them and keep them close to my heart, clearly indicating she has no problem whatsoever with them existing. I'm an extremely paranoid person when it comes to my
she has no problem with them existing on her phone.
Personal life and my sex life and my dating life.
Yeah, he's so paranoid about it that Brandon Buckingham shares a bedroom wall with him.
As a public figure, I just
Brandon Buckingham coming in doing sex tourism in Turkey Tom's room. You got yo, cold ass riding. You guys aren't going to believe. I have no idea what he even sounds like. I'm assuming it's like Jet Neptune, I guess.
Like to keep my private life
basically
private.
Jet
So
Neptune.
I was very hesitant to send Rowan any sexual videos we had taken. However, I did send her one single still image from one of the videos where my face is obscured. I guess there was some lingering thought in the back of my mind
crazy.
that if her accounts were not locked down super well and if she had been hacked, then the videos could have been made public. Now, there's an implication she makes a few different times that I'm basically blackmailing her with these videos.
Somebody asked if you had any intention of getting any sort of like law.
It is so insane he was forced to include mad at the internet clip in this. Because remember, in the leaks, he specifically says the one thing he doesn't want to happen is for there to be, him on. He doesn't want a thread on Kiwi Farms. It's constantly making fun of him.
Enforcement involved, but I feel like you answered this where you just want to try to compel him to delete whatever he has on you, and that's like the the extent of your interest.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about what to do, but we'll see.
At no point anywhere did Rowan provide any proof of me threatening to release these videos of us having sex or threatening to send them anywhere. So she has no reason to believe that I would ever release them. The idea that a person who makes a living
Brandon,
as a public
the
figure,
Turkey Tom, the idea of me doing something like that
would publicly release videos of me fucking my ex-girlfriend to get back at her is so insane. Not only would that incur reputational harm beyond belief, but also serious legal consequences. The only
hair ain't
person
moving.
who has ever sent an
not a single one out of place.
Image of us having sex.
This was 3D printed on
Jesse,
top of
so
his head.
I got two.
I see those. Yeah, I got them.
I got
thank
two
you.
timestamps.
Yeah, got it.
So just whenever you want to look at those.
Will do.
Anyone is ironically Rowan. Days after I broke up with her, she, without my consent, sent the only image she has of us having sex to the owner of Kiwi Farms. Here, listen to him describe it.
Oh, and one other thing, I forgot about this, but you actually, Sacramento had sent me a picture that was like censored. Apparently the only picture that he would send you is one where his face isn't clearly visible in it, but you can, I can tell the desk, like his computer is moved onto the table, but I can still see like the monster is like on the cozy that's like on the table.
Well, let's not call it a monster. I mean, it's maybe decent.
Like the exact same position.
Cozy.
So I can tell that's clearly his desk.
I guess I just find it ironic that someone who's accusing me of blackmailing her with her nudes literally sent a picture of us having sex to a man that she has never met. Now, Josh recounts seeing this image and talks about
she also fucked a man she never met. It's you. Remember when you flew her out to fuck you?
How hard it looked like I was grabbing Rowan on the mouth. essentially using it as evidence to support another claim she makes that I'm too rough during sex, which I find very interesting because after I sent Rowan this photo...
Okay, so he's front-loading the... He knows. He's front-loading... Nobody gives a shit if you were rough during sex. Who cares? I hope you beat the shit out of these girls. I hope
they have it coming.
They had it coming. Chicago. Lipschitz. All of that. The 100% nobody cares. He knows that he's front-loading this so you won't get to minute, 25 where he finally addresses the age play. Let's get to minute whatever it is where he finally addresses the age play.
She's not alleging that I did it with her. She's allegations that Rowan has levied towards me is that I'm into age play. She's not alleging that I did it with her. She's alleging that I did it with another girl named Ellie.
Look at her. You did.
Oh, yeah.
You did. And remember, the proof. Yikes. The proof was that these girls, not just one of them either, multiple, are posting photos of themselves on Instagram with the hashtag kidcore. It's a picture of them, the adult girl, the adult woman, but their hashtag kidcore, hashtag kid aesthetic. I'm sorry, but if you're watching kidcore pornography, then you are an age play man. Where do you even go to see that? Childpornhub.com? Kidcore, hashtag kidcore. If you listen, if you shtup a girl who is posting kidcore, you're into kids. If she can, she's kid passing, mother approved. I mean, what do you think she's going for when they put the...
I mean, I think this is the girl. Yeah,
this is her.
I think this is the girl who had the photo where. Yeah, well, I don't know if this, because he was following more than one age play account, but this might be the girl who was posting the photo where she framed it so that she looked like she was like too small to reach a shelf at a grocery store. I don't know if this is her or a different one.
Listen, when you see one of those like gigantic bodybuilder guys, Man Mountain, the dude from Game of Thrones and his wife, and she's 3 feet tall and he's 7 feet tall, and you look at it and you imagine where the parts go, and you realize that like she's just a human fleshlight to this man. It's coming out the other end. Wherever he's putting it, you're gonna see it on the other side. She's basically a human Chinese finger trap for him. When you see that, you go, ooh. If you're normal, you're like, it's kind of a weird dynamic going on there. There's something strange about that. That'd be like slinging it to a child. When you see a guy who's like, yeah, I had sex with a midget, and he thinks that's the wildest thing ever, and you're like, it is the wildest thing ever, because that seems like you wanted to have sex with a kid. When a guy buys one of those realistic sex dolls and it's mini sized, they make miniature ones, and they have fun sized ones. You start wondering things about it. Now listen, far be it from me, but I do feel like this is one of those situations where you consented, but isn't there someone you forgot to ask? I'm the 35-year-old woman who's hit the wall going, I'm sorry, Leonardo DiCaprio, but you don't get to have fun anymore. You're in your 50s. Okay? You might be 23. And by the way, you know that this dude who's got a kid audience, he's 23, he still feels young, he's got a kid audience. In his brain, he's a kid. He thinks of himself as a kid. He thinks he's just a cute, fun-loving kid, and he should be allowed to do this. We're 2 seconds away from him doing the Scotty K Fitness, but guys, I was 23. Okay, but that was today. That's still strange. So, yeah, you consented. She maybe consented. I do not consent. And when you look back in the sand and see one set of footprints, that is when I did not consent to the kidcore sex you're having. Because I've left. I ran away. Look further back in the sand. You'll see my footprints scatter off this direction as I go, ah! And I get out of there. I don't want to be seen with you. Meanwhile, you got, there's some other people who didn't want to be seen with you during all this too. Nicholas Diorio cut ties. He might have just been hungry, though. He might have grabbed himself a Snickers and gotten over that. I don't really know what the story is there. All of his buddies except Brandon Buckingham were like, obviously, we're done with Turkey Tom. If these allegations are true, obviously, we're done. But the second you say that, you're done. You can't say that and then be like, never mind. Turns out he's okay still. If he's your friend, you're supposed to go.
But a lot of them did.
You're supposed to go, oh, no, I believe you no matter what because you're my friend. They clearly didn't believe him. Jeff, if your buddy Nicholas Diorio doesn't believe you when it comes to whether or not, like Nicholas Diorio saw all the stuff, so he thought rough sex was bad. He thought again, this age play thing. The age play is that it's just they didn't have more info than we have. He saw the kid core. He saw the you're into tiny boobs thing, and he went, this seems bad. Your buddy said that. That means he thinks that you're capable of that. That's possible for you. That could be you. What, Feds?
Oh, I was just posting this chick's pictures from her Instagram and side chat because he picked the photo where she looks the oldest.
Yeah.
You're saying this is her oldest picture? This one right here where she's doing the two-tone
This is
thing?
where she looks.
I don't know if I can even show these on stream. They're that messed up. This girl's got Hello Kitty stickers all over her mirror. That's how kidcore.
She's got a sticky cup in a bunk bed. This bitch is toddler playing or whatever. This is gross.
She doesn't really have a sippy cup, does she? I'm looking for the sippy cup now.
Yeah, look at the mirror. It's hanging off the mirror.
Oh my god, I didn't. It's like right there in front of me, and I did. My mind didn't want to see it. That's what happened there. I ignored what my mind could not comprehend. Yeah, there's her sippy cup. Tee hee hee hee. No, I'm not into age play. I saw this girl on Instagram, and I had to message her. I had to. If you're messaging this, she could be 70 years old, and if you message this girl sexually, you're a pedophile. Come get them, boys. It's over. That's the moment. You've done it. Hey, you're a grown woman. You're not allowed to have a pink room anymore. Okay? Can we just make that a thing? Unless you are, you're the second wife of like a low-level millionaire. He's got like a lumber company. He's like the big shot in town. And you're forcing him to redecorate his entire bedroom in fuzzy pink stuff because you're just being a bitch. Secretly, he likes that. He's sort of into findom. Fine. Pink his bedroom up. Make that loser suffer. But you're 21 or how old is this girl? We don't. Is she of age?
Oh, fuck if I know.
Do we even know?
She is.
35.
She's what?
Yeah, I actually don't know for
I'm
sure.
kidding. She's not 35.
Oh. I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't have knees like this and be an adult. It sucks. All right, let's listen to what he says.
Who I briefly talked to 2 years ago. Now, there's no proof whatsoever that I did anything close to age play, but I did text her about these allegations, and she clearly states that I've never done age play. An ex-girlfriend of mine named Kai, who I dated for 3 years, also publicly posted...
Oh, Kai! Oh, really? Let me see this real quick. I mean, I don't really want to post it on my story. Wait, where's the part you said you asked her? Where's that part? No, this is cherry pick. This is selective. You're taking out the part where you can't tee it up for her and then not show that. I mean, I don't really want to post it on my story. I don't feel like coming back to so he asked her to post it on her Instagram story. Please make me look like I'm not a pedophile. Please. She's going to post on her Instagram story? Bro, have you seen her Instagram? That's not helping your case. She's going to post that to her story next to her picture of her sippy cup and her Hello Kitty nightlight. But you have never done age play, LOL. Yeah, okay, sure.
I've never done age play.
Yeah, she's saying that because she doesn't want to be accused of it. That doesn't count. Her also trying to not look like a creep publicly. She now knows you're farming screenshots. Yeah, no shit, she's going to say that. She doesn't want people to know.
An ex-girlfriend of mine named Kai, who I dated for 3 years.
Sorry, don't you mean Kai?
Also publicly posted on Twitter saying that I never abused her and that we never did anything related to age.
She didn't abuse you. She cucked you and you carved yourself. That's abuse. Again.
He abused himself for
She's
her.
got no. She forced that. The women are wrong and bad, Feds. I know Feds wasn't the one who said that, but yeah, I'm coming at you on this.
Kai is funny and based for making him cut himself. That's hilarious.
Well, of course, we love that. We love her for that. I'd love to interview her about that. But she's got the same incentive here. She doesn't want to look bad. She cucked this dude into self-harming. She cheated on him. And by the way, you want to talk about a fucked up, abusive person? Look at who she's with now. Okay? Do you guys know who Lyrics is?
I'm desperately... I'm desperately trying to find those photos of what he looks like now.
I can't even get into that. Guys, it's not good. She's changing him. She's changing him the way certain kindergarten teachers are changing your children secretly behind your back. There's a bathtub full of hormones somewhere in that guy's house right now.
So this brings the total counter up to 5 people. Rowan, Katie, Ellie, Kai, and another random girl I banged a year ago named Maddie, who for some reason came out in the midst of all of this to post pictures of herself in my house. And all of these people say that...
Your house? Is it his house or Brandon's house? I need to know what the financials are here.
I never was...
Can anybody explain to me why these people live together? Are they doing a content house?
Well,
Probably.
Yeah, and what's weird is that it doesn't seem to be a content house because people on Twitter, I don't know how they know this, but they're like, oh, Brandon's actually his landlord. And I'm like, but why would he need to rent from another YouTuber if he's like a millionaire? Like, what? If they're not doing content together, why the fuck are they?
They are doing
is he
content,
even renting
but
from
Tom
him,
won't send him the videos because he's afraid he's going to get hacked.
Yeah,
the videos will be all over the internet.
Hey, you know what? You know my best friend? Yeah, he's my landlord. So what are you then, his vassal? What does that make you, a serf? I don't even know how that works.
Into this fetish with them. The closest thing I've ever engaged in when it comes to age play.
Here we go.
Is that
there shouldn't be, by the way, that shouldn't be the beginning of a sentence at all.
Yeah.
Period. And by the way, didn't Shamu or somebody put out a video where it's like a compilation of him talking about diapers and how much he's into diapers? Somebody grab that for me. See if you can find that.
Yeah,
I think it was Shamu.
Sometimes girls do call me daddy during sex.
Here's the problem with this, okay? And be honest. Raise your hand in the chat. Vocally raise your hand here in VC. Men who here, and by the way, this actually includes Fed. She's been called daddy as well. Who here has been called daddy during sex?
Yeah, you can't stop them from doing it.
You can't stop them from doing it. And maybe you don't even hate it. Okay? That's all perfectly fine and dandy and good. Now, by the way, Lenny, you ever been called daddy during sex?
I have not, no.
You are a father. What does your wife say? Dirk, you ever been called... Ow! Stop, no! Ow! Dirk, Lisa ever call you anything in bed?
Shit, nope.
Damn.
Never got called Massa before. Come on.
She's just like,
yeah, that's exactly how I sound.
You're stuffing a sock in her mouth. That makes sense. Urquit, you ever been called? I mean, I got a letter here that makes me feel like maybe you've been into some play
I've been called
yourself.
Big Hawkin, but I haven't been called daddy.
Real? None of you guys have been called daddy? Peggy?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can't stop him. I don't know. I've never met a woman who doesn't want to call you daddy and get choked.
I mean, I assume, Hugh, you've been but that was from a guy, so I don't know if that counts.
Yes, but I don't. If that doesn't count, that's fine.
That doesn't count. Well, I'll say this. People in the chat are raising their hands right now, okay? Now, here's why I ask, all right? That's fine. We've got no issue. It happened to me. It's happened to many a guy. It's cringe to look back on, obviously. I wouldn't want that now. I never asked for that. This is always on the girl's insistence. Never mind. And I would assume that's probably the case for most dudes. Most dudes probably can't work up the courage to go, please call me daddy. That's weird. That would be fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm
how
your
do you
dad.
bring that up?
Yeah, you don't. That's the thing. You don't. Girls say that because they think they're supposed to because they saw porn one time. So that's porn shit. It's, you're just getting jade inside your mind. That's what's happening. Here's the issue, Turkey Tom. You brought up being called daddy as part of age play. If you ask me if I've ever taken part in age play, the answer is no. Even though I've been called daddy, I would assume everyone who raised their hands feel the same way. No, I have not taken part in age play. Let's run back Turkey Tom real quick.
Came out in the midst of all of this to post pictures of herself in my house. And all of these people say that I never was into this fetish with them. The closest thing I've ever engaged in when it comes to age play is that sometimes girls do call me daddy during sex.
Okay, so that's age play to you. Guess what? You engaged in age play. See, that's the thing. If you call it age play, it's age play. You're pretending to be your dad, I suppose. Okay? That's something you did. Now, I would even accept this. This is how forgiving and wonderful I'm being as I try to find our three pillars here. I would accept it if you said, she called me daddy. I didn't like it. It's not really what I was into. I just did it. It was for her. That was her thing. Also, perfectly acceptable. We've all been there. We've all been there. Okay? Why are you calling it age play? I don't care that 5 or 6 girls all said you're not into this thing. All 5 or 6 of those girls look 12 years old. They market themselves as 12 years old. They market themselves as a little child with stickers all over their mirror. And you knew that. That wasn't a secret to you. That was the selling point. You do not pass the bar on age play. Sorry, it was that fucking easy. How is nobody else doing this? How are people saying this guy won? How are people saying they're on Turkey? Oh, I knew it. I love Turkey Tom's videos, and I knew. That's what's really going on. These dudes, they just turned 17, so Turkey Tom's now starting to take notice. And they're going, I like his videos. Thank God I can keep watching them. That's what's really happening. That's what it is. Now, if you go to Turkey Tom's channel, you take a look at his views. We're starting to do a little bit of a nosedive. It's not looking good. His first video that came out when all this stuff came out didn't do too hot. This video comes out, he usually hits 1 million views on almost every video. Even this one didn't hit 1 million views. And this is like salacious shit. It's just under. But that means that it's struggling. That means that his numbers are down. That means people went, you know what? I'm good. I'm fine. But if it's just under 1 million views, that's not enough people. That means he has access to nearly 1 million children. The people who keep watching, it's the children. It's always the children. And that's what Turkey Tom's saying to them kids. Eventually, those kids are going to grow up kidcore, and he's going to be in their DMs. Now, he's 23 right now. He's going to be 24, and then 25, and then 26, and then 27. and those kids stay the same age. They're not going to grow up with him. When you grow up, you stop watching Turkey Tom. You stop watching Brandon Buckingham. You stop watching Count Dankula. Obviously, listen, am I saying he's grooming an audience of babies in order to eventually fuck them? Yes. Yes, 100%. Whether he means to or not. That's what.
He's become the new giggly goon clown.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Lisa, you've never said a single thing I've understood, ever.
It's a guy that he covered called the Giggly Goon Clown.
This is who watches Turkey Tom videos. It's a guy he covered. Okay, Lisa, who is also kidcore, by the way. Sorry, Dirk, but she wears the little Madeline dress with the bow in her hair. Lisa's kidcore. She sounds like a kid. You're into kidcore, Dirk. Sorry.
Kidcore POV.
How
Only
else
black ones, though.
How else are you going to explain it? You can't tell me you're into black people. That doesn't make any sense. So
she's not the first black chick I've been with.
And she ain't the last, baby. Pound it. Come on, pound it.
High five.
Come on, Dirk. Pound it. Come on, Dirk. Pound it. There we go.
What up?
There we go.
So in side chat, I posted. I can't find the video you're talking about. I don't see anything from Shamu.
Oh, maybe it was somebody else. T-Clips looks like T-Clips, or maybe they stole
Well,
it
that's
from him.
just one.
There's a
clip
longer
of
one,
him
but I can't
talking
find
about
it either.
Whatever.
But I did.
Turkey Tom diaper maxing. Let's just watch it. I don't care.
Who I am? I'm a good guy. Me? Diaper Max? You guys know me. I hate diapers. I'd never wear a diaper. What? Diaper Max? I'm diaper minimizing. I've been on the diaper minimizing movement for years. You guys know me.
Okay. Now I'm sure that's got some sort of relevant sort of explanation to it. I'm sure that you could explain that away any other way. Listen, we have an unusual number of goons who wear diapers, are into diapers. Diapers are kind of part of the gig when it comes to being a goon. I'll say this. Now, this is a rumor, and it's not that I necessarily think it or believe it or anything. I'm speaking to this on account of Josh Moon. There's another guy, Turkey Tom, Brandon Buckingham, these guys, they all hang out with the sort of MDE crowd. And Turkey Tom and Brandon Buckingham both went on Fish Tank. They're hanging out with Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde, there's this pernicious rumor that Sam Hyde is into diapers or did something with diaper. I've seen it online. I'm sure it's probably nothing. It's probably the dumbest, weirdest, bullshit of all time. But it is weird that these diaper guys are all hanging out with each other. That people that how does all these people get accused of diaper stuff? Here's what I know for a fact. Whether or not that shit's true, again, probably not. Whether or not it's true, I do know that if Josh Moon were to interview someone about it, he would fumble it so hard that diapers would no longer exist on Earth. If he tried to get to the bottom of whether or not Sam Hyde and Turkey Tom are actually into diaper maxing, then Pampers would be closing its doors. Love's they'd be filing for Chapter 11 right now. I cannot believe that Josh Moon is allowed to get away with the stuff that he gets away with. So here's how you know that Kiwi Farms is the biggest troll shield of all time, is that Josh Moon keeps getting away with it. Somebody needs to do some interviews. Somebody needs to ask some women from his life, his mom. The end. Somebody needs to figure out what's going on there and do some real investigative, mad at the internet style journalism on Josh Moon. Because if it weren't for him, people would all be on the same side as us right now. They'd all be saying Turkey Tom is into age play. Turkey Tom, 100% obviously, is guilty of the crimes, of the night rapes. Did he ever address the night rapes in the video? Does that come up? I need
No,
night
he does
rape.
not at all.
Yeah, of course not. Because you can't. You failed all 3 parts. And yet, I'm going to do something controversial here. I'm going to take Turkey Tom's side.
Okay.
What's that? I feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you right now. Jesse, what do you mean? You said we don't take sides. Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's only one man who can do the investigation on Josh Moon that we need. Right now, over on Kiwi Farms, Josh Moon is shaking in his moon booties because he is convinced that Turkey Tom is about to release a 5-hour documentary on him, that he's been digging through everything he can on Josh Moon, and he's going to put out one of his classic Turkey Tom videos. Well, I'll tell you this right now. If you put out that video, Turkey Tom, you are innocent. You are safe. And I pray that that video gets over 1 million views, 2 million, 3 million, 6 million. I'll be there for it. I'll be the first comment on there. I will be hitting like, I'll be sharing, I'll be going on alt accounts to make sure that it happens. Somebody's got to do it. Turkey Tom, you're the only man strong enough to night rape Josh Moon. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the henchmen for joining me. Oh shit, they're saying very possible. LOL, both are gay. Listen, nobody's good, but we just want to laugh. We want to have some fun. And if you want to have a few more laughs, remember,
lose, we win.
They lose, we win. It's slop week all week long. Join the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza. See you tomorrow for another episode. Until next time, have an awful day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Giggle Goon Clowns.
Slop week.
We were in an asexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.